Alright, we're back. Can y'all hear me? So, my sound settings for apparently no reason have completely reset, so I might sound really whack. Let me know what the sound quality is like compared to normal. Because for some reason, my audio settings for streaming just all completely reset back to default. I don't really understand why. Well, that was weird. Anyways, so back to the free-to-play account, which I haven't done much with in a while. 2-hour OBS rant, I would need more than 2 hours. Although, you know, it's free, so one can't complain too much. Alright. So I played this account a little bit off stream, but not much. I tried to grab some embers, and that was about it. See if we can get, like, Ushi and maybe a Rosh leveled here. Jump into Babylon. Alright, let's see. It shouldn't be that loud. I think everything audio related has been reset. So like normally I have it set to like not play the audio quite as loud for the stream as like I hear it, but I think all that stuff's. I don't understand. I didn't even update OBS, and it's just everything's reset to default. This is super annoying. Streaming, man. All right. Let's see here. Finally got the golem crystals I need to get Ushi up. I had the same happen to me today due to Windows updates. Huh. Yeah, I think I did Windows did update last night, I think. So random though that it would just default everything. Broke Cleo's health bar, feels good. Yeah, it's a decent stage though for benchmarking, it's kinda nice. Alright, let's give Ushi all the rider cards we got here, see where we end up. I have to play this account on PC and it's really annoying. Honestly, I'm surprised Ushi hasn't gotten an animation update yet. You know, I know what you said, people expected it way too soon, and I don't think they understood like how the pipeline of development works. But now, I'm like, okay, we really should have had it by now. So now I'm just, I guess they haven't been prioritizing it at all, which I think is a bad decision. Because I get it, it's not like, I've always said this, people did expect it way too soon, because they obviously wanted to base the update off of, you know, things that happened in the anime. So they couldn't start working on it ahead of time. And it takes a long time to do all the animation work for one of these characters and stuff. Especially if they put effort into it. And it's not like the second the anime airs, like the big Ushi episode airs, it's not like they can just drop everything and like, you know, completely wreck the schedule and just like slap Ushi at the front of the schedule. They can't do that, right? So it's got to be put at the back of the line and, you know, work your way to it and all that. But it's been so much time now that I think they haven't really been prioritizing it at all, which I think is kind of silly. How about that 5-time super success, though? Oh, Rosh is already maxed. Okay, what do I need other than him, then? Let me think. Assassins are good. Yeah, I guess we'll get 100 face up. We'll need her for Quets. I doubt I have any assassin XP cards, but oh well. Oh, I got some. Okay. Yeah, we'll get David as high as we can as well. It's pretty good general use, and Robin's important too. Okay, I don't really care about Berserker cards. I don't think we'll need Nursery all that much for Babylon. I don't remember Babylon super well, so I guess we'll see. Like how I've gotten 3 super sucks in a row. Oh yeah, I need to buy foe items. So I am so pissed that the new dailies are bugged. They only work if your time zone is set to Japan, which obviously mine's not, and I'm not changing it. This is like the second or third bug this game has had that, for just as far as I can tell, no reason is tied to your fucking time zone. It's ridiculous, and it sucks because this account needs mana prisms very badly, and you're supposed to be able to get quite a lot right now, but I can't because of this stupid time zone thing. So a little bit pissed about that. Actually, I guess I'll get as many as I can get here. It's one of those things where a lot of coding sometimes is, you know, it's tied into things it shouldn't be. Like, a lot of older video games, and occasionally newer video games, but a lot of older video games tied their physics logic to the game's frame rate. So if you, and those games a lot of times are at 30 frames per second, so if you like remastered them and just, you know, made them 60 frames per second, the game logic would freak the fuck out and would start going at like double speed and stuff, right? There's a lot of dumb stuff like that in game development sometimes, and there's I've noticed almost anything that's time related in this game that is also tied to your actual time on your phone, which is fucking stupid. But like, remember that New Year's event where you like had the building update every day or whatever? You know, that got completely fucked up if your time zone wasn't in Japan. And like, they just, because 95% of their players are in Japan, they don't think about this stuff ahead of time at all. They don't even notice it when it's broken and shit for ages. So like, yeah, right now the dailies just don't work. And because I'm really annoyed because I need mana prisms on this account, because I don't play the account much, and it's a really new account, and I need foe items and that kind of thing, and I have only gotten to play one event ever on this account, so foe items are rough. Let's see, who do we give them to? I want to give them to Ku, but I don't know how much we're going to use Ku here. Probably give them to 100 Face. I think she's going to be important. Yeah, like the thing would like freeze up, I remember. But yeah, they've had this kind of problem several times, and it kind of, again, small indie dev, please understand, you know, it's kind of ridiculous. But yeah, I don't think they're going to fix it in time. I doubt they're going to fix it until the next major update, so kind of rip mana prisms for this account. Do I have the mats to send him? I do. How important is Caesar going to be? Ultimately very, but right now I think I can hold off on that. Oh god, we need more Golem cores. Okay, well, I'll just level David up to 60. Hopefully that'll be good enough. I've been eating so many Golem cores, man. Sucks. Alright, I'll give him the Saber ones. I don't think I'm going to need Saber ones anytime soon. It's only worth 4 billion. Please be gentle indeed. I just like how the UI doesn't even work if you're not in the right time zone. I just cannot fathom how they messed it up that bad, and how they didn't fix it immediately. Hey, Arjuna. For those that can put their time zone in JP without it like running their lives, how does it work exactly? Like, is it like every 3 you get 10 mana prisms or something? I mean, the game tracks server time, so it should obviously be based off server time. It just isn't for some reason. George, yeah, we should probably get George up. Probably should have given him the health foes, honestly. There's so many reasons why I can't set my... Like, this account I can't play on my phone, so this one I really don't want to change to JP time, but even on my phone, there's a lot of reasons why I can't reasonably put it to JP time. Hey, Looking Glass, thank you for the bits. You know, what I don't understand is how there's so many time-related things in FGO that don't work that way. You know, we've got the daily login and all those things. You know, they got that sorted. So the fact that this is messed up like this is kind of ridiculous. Yeah, get his attack up so, you know, when he takes all the cards, you know... The thing is, this George isn't the George we'd use in a solo, so it's not quite the same. Okay, Ku is max ascended. He's... fuck it, I'm giving him some attack ones. I can't help. Like, I don't know how much we're gonna be using a Lancer in Babylon, but, I don't give a fuck. He's my fave, so... Biasm, boys. Dude, if like, I've always said, like, seriously, if I had like lost my main account and I had to make a new account, I mean, the first thing I would do is max Ku and grail them, and you know, like, I'm seeing on all these grails that I haven't used yet, I'd already be giving them to Ku. Like, Ku would already be 100 right now. Like, and like, if I needed to farm something, all I would be farming is the max to get Ku to 100. Like, the first thing I would, if I had to start over, right, the first thing I would do would get Ku to 100 again. Like, 100% priority. The only reason I'm not is because this is like an alt account, so. Hey, Void. Thank you for the resub, man. 14 months. Yeah, I'm having a good day, aside from, you know, time zones. Alright, getting this to 6 is a pretty big deal. Let me think. I mean, overall, the most assured thing you want to do on Ku, in my opinion, is you want, like, Santa Altar on his quick card, and if you don't have Santa Altar, just the next best star gen. And then if you have another good star gen, put it on the other quick card. If you don't, do something maybe utility-based. And then you want damage on the Buster cards, and then sometimes, though, you'll respec out of damage on the Buster cards just for specific things like Pierce and Vulnerability or whatever, but that's context-specific. Like, for me, generally, I like, you know, Buster crit damage up, or the anti-servant one, like the Gilgamesh command code on Buster, you know, or, you know, anti-divinity if you're fighting a divine servant, things like that. Just reliable damage on Buster cards, and then more star gen on your quick cards, so when you do NP quick, you make a few more stars. You only make a few more stars, but it adds up. You want to increase those crit chances, because Ku normally, there's quite a few, you know, NP turns, so. Yeah, I like the Santa Altar one. But yeah, you can only get one copy of it. But there's other ones you can get that make 2 stars instead of 4. I mean, honestly, if you use the support system, you can get through Babylonia pretty easily, but I try not to rely too much on supports, just because it's more fun for me that way. So I try to make sure my own units are, you know, decently prepared and, you know, can do their jobs well. I keep forgetting that I'm allowed to use MASH. You do not understand. This account has, like, gotten fused in my brain with the 1 to 3 star account, so I do not level MASH. Right, which obviously MASH is really good and I should. It's not like I'm like, oh fuck MASH, I'm not leveling that. It's just I fucking forget. I am so used to this goddamn account. I'm so used to the 1 to 3 star account that I just am not leveling her. Fuck it, this is such a bad use of mana prisms on a new account, but gotta catch some people up here. Before the 1 to 3 star account has to level Phantom, by the way. Like, oh yeah, MASH exists. I rarely do this because it's a pain, but... Man, you get these great successes constantly, though. It's nice. Man, I have a lot of FP on my main account. I should, like, I've been using some of it every day, but I should be using, like, a lot of it so I can make a bunch of CE bombs. Because the CE XP also gets boosted a lot. It's so... Sorting FP, though, man. It's rough. Yeah, I was saving my FP because I thought they might add something on the anniversary. But of course not. I saw a guy the other day that could not fathom that people would play the game for like fighting bosses in Guildfest. He's like, if you're in Guildfest, you should be just doing the lottery. And he just could not fathom that someone might farm for the sake of doing other things and not farming for the sake of farming. Which, I get it. If you're the kind of person where you just like, you know, progressing for the sake of progression, that's fine, right? But it should not be hard to understand that some people are going to be like, yeah, I just farm so my units are better for like the main story and, you know, I want to enjoy the challenge quests and stuff. That everything has to be carrot on a stick. God. Not more of those. I need an event that has those in it. That would be nice. Alright. Hold on, let me check a few things here real quick. Hey, TG Golden, thank you for the resub. 2 months. Zeet indeed. Oh, and Andy with the resub for 32 months. That's a little while. Thank you, guys. Okay, horseshoes. Those are easy enough to get. Alright, now we're going to Babylon. Or Babylonia, or whatever the hell you want to call it. Alright. Oh, hold on. Let me bust out my main account here and slot stuff that we want to use. I guess we'll just do story support for now. Get that extra FP. Oh yeah, doesn't MASH give you an FP bonus right now? Or maybe that doesn't apply in main story. Does this account have Medea? I guess it doesn't. Maybe we should have leveled Nursery Rhyme. Oh yeah, Koo has his buff on this account already because he doesn't. It's not locked behind anything. Like Hercs, you're not allowed to get it until you get quite far. I think you have to beat Lost Belt 5, but Koo can just get it when your max ascended. So, oh god, have I been? Oh god, I think I was farming with this equipped earlier. That was a mistake. I should have been farming with this equipped because I need this at rank 10. Whoops. You can tell I really pay attention to this account. Yeah, I haven't done GSSR in this account, and I'm not going to, because this account is just going to be 1,000,000% free to play forever. The CE story support skit is pretty good, and for certain units it's actually godly. Now for some units it's not as good as things you could actually equip, because it doesn't have good stats, and it doesn't increase your damage at all. It's starting NP, then NP gain. But for units like Joan of Arc or something, like support units, that's really nice. Or even units, DPS units that want to loop, like focus on looping, like NP looping and stuff. So it can be really good. But there are definitely, yeah, it's good on Baldy. It'd be good on Baldy, definitely. But yeah, there are some units where it's like, yeah, it's better than it's always better than nothing. It's a hell of a lot better than nothing. But there are plenty of units where it's, you know, not quite up their alley. Like on Hercules, for example, it's like, that's not so good. If they gave it stats though, like proper stats, it'd be pretty awesome. But it's still nice. It's a pretty huge upgrade from them just having nothing. It basically means you can use story supports without crying, right? Which is kind of nice. Yeah, we'll check out. We'll use Beastly's when we get to Abigail. We'll bust out Beastly's Hercules and see what happens. We'll reset the app if we win though, and then try to, you know, do it through other means as well. But yeah, we'll definitely do that. The follow system isn't really designed to like for current content. They designed it so people can get through 1.0 without needing to farm or anything, right? It's like it's so you can just like blast through 1.0 if you want to, which, you know, I don't think that's great. I don't think that's particularly good for the game, but that's what it's for. They don't want you beating Zeet, you know, without actually having proper friends and stuff, I guess. But it's basically just an easy way to get Hercules, I think would be the way to put it. Yeah, it's a catch-up system. Yeah, we finally get to use Hercules freely on this account. We've been holding him back all this time. Although our Hercules is not maxed or anything, so he's, you know, far from as good as he could be, but still, it's nice to actually get to use him. I guess she doesn't have her NP upgrade or any of that. You can, I just right, you can't use the new Hercules on Zeus, because you can't summon a support one. Because you have to summon Romulus. Right, so there's no way, because even though plenty of people have the upgraded Hercules, you won't be able to summon them yourselves, so yeah. That's unfortunate. Gotta rely on that story replay that they're never gonna add. Actually, I see 80 Herculeses all the time. I'd say I see 80 and 90 the most. Let's see if wait, I meant to do matches first. God damn it, it didn't matter, but fuck, that was wrong. I don't know how I think I like deselected a card so the order got changed. I guess we just get a Herc's NP. I've never gotten a first Herc. Aside from this account, because I just re-rolled for him because, you know. And NA got him like candy. Although, it was so easy to get Hercules on NA, because first of all, you had the tutorial summon you could re-roll, and then they let you pick a tutorial summon servant twice. So yeah, getting Hercules on NA was crazy easy to do. But yeah, so I got Hercules for free on NA, and then I got spooked by him. I've been I'm not exaggerating, I've gotten every default 4-star in the game on my main account except for Hercules. I've gotten Liz like 3 times, right? I've gotten every default 4-star except for Hercules. And it just sucks that I've never been spooked by him. Where NA, who already had a bunch of copies of him, that got spooked and got an extra Hercules. It's kind of bullshit. Watch this mad NP gain. Actually, no, I'll just do that. I was gonna get the 1 NP gain off Buster, but fuck it. Just hope the guy hits Hercules here. There you go. Thing is, I have rolled on my main account. Like, I've probably, even though, hi Rex, even though, how do I put this? Even though I don't roll often, and I save up a lot, I've been playing the game so long that in total, I have spent a lot of SQ, on rolling, right, on my main account. Just in the, yeah, I haven't, I'm sitting on like a fuckload of SQ that I haven't used, but I've still used more SQ than a lot of free-to-play people, just because I've been playing for so long. And I have other accounts, right, that I haven't been playing half as long, and they have Herc, so. Hey, Dank. When I was a noob that didn't know about re-rolling, I got Herc anyway. I'm just rolling something, feels good, yeah. I mean, some people would just prefer to have someone else, and that's fine. The thing is, I like Hercules as a character, right? And he's cool, so I've just always been from the beginning. When I started playing FGO many years ago, I wanted to get Hercules, and I just never did. And I've since then gotten every fucking 4-star except for him. It's like, how does this happen? And generally, when they give out a free 4-star ticket, I pretty much always use that to make a 4-star that I already have in P2. Because, let's be honest, it feels kind of bad to have like a 4-star you like at NP1. It doesn't really, feel complete. At least not for me anyway. And so I normally will, I almost always, actually I think I'd always use my free 4-star ticket to make someone NP1 to NP2. But it's gotten to the point now where I'm thinking about just on my main account, just picking Hercules for the next free 4-star, which I thought we might get one for the anniversary, but we didn't. Yeah, actually, I not only did, on my original account, not only did I get Ku in my first roll, he was the first thing I ever summoned. Like, I just started the game, did the tutorial summon, the first thing that popped up on the screen was Ku, and that was like the whole reason I was actually trying FGO. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, well, there we go. So that was very nice. And then this account here also got, not on my very first summon, but in the tutorial summon, we got Ku. What do you think the odds of the new Brynhildr will need eggs? It wouldn't shock me. It wouldn't shock me. But yeah, probably summer mats. That seems to be how they do it. I don't like a lot of story locked servants. I mean, I like some of them, sure, but I mainly just focus on the characters I really like. So it doesn't really matter to me if they're story locked or not. Now, if I had a 4-star story locked servant that was only in P1 and I really liked them, then yeah, I would pick them. And I will say down the road, like maybe years down the road, if they still give out free 4-stars, maybe I've already at that point I've got NP2 Hercules, I've got NP2 Beowulf, things like that, because my Beowulf is just NP1 and that kind of sucks. But then I might be like, yeah, I'll just grab a random story locked one just cause. Yeah, I might do that. But in the meantime, I just pick the stuff I really like. I don't want to summon Merlin. This is the OP Merlin though, before Merlin was actually playable, and his NP heals for way more than it does now. Let's see. I guess we'll summon. What's something fun? So it's not OP. Oh, we'll go with Gozen. Suzuka Gozen. Why not? She just got buffed. My skill ranks from my main account on her are not very good because she's not exactly top priority for me. I don't mind her, like she's fine. It's just she's not a character I'm like, oh my god, I gotta max this character out. So this CE does not help me at all, really, but gotta get that XP. I will say, though, I do like Suzuka Gozen's, like, gameplay. It's pretty fun, and I don't mind her character, and it's kind of cool that she murdered Kiara, so... I'm not kidding. She went up in my book the moment she killed Kiara. I'm like, you know, I can get behind this person. Did I have that much? I don't even remember. I got my main account. What the fuck? It was all terrible. It's all the same in my head now. I know I got trap and like my main got trap face, the Saber, and then my ult got shooting. It's pretty lame. Probably should have taunted on George, but we'll wait until we kill this guy now. Got hurt to Bonten, he's awesome, feels good, man. I'm working on it on this account. I mean, you can, that's fine, you can post the GSSR, because you can see, like, the 4 stars and stuff, so... Some people care. I try to bring Hercules in every single, like even earlier on, like when we were not using Hercules because we didn't want the game to be too easy, we still put him in the back as often as we could just to get Bond. And we tried to beat the stage without using him, it's kind of the idea, so he's... But I haven't really been farming on this account. Like I let my AP whiff most days. So he's not as far along as he could be, but I think he's like Bond 7 or something. Or almost Bond 7 maybe. I'll look after this. So I think I want this guy to survive. Like, I want the enemy to live. I feel like she won't do 33k, right? If she doesn't crit? So I want George to die. Maybe pushing it a little bit. No, don't, not with the crits. Woo, boy. That was close. I probably should have done like just 200 face cards and like 1 Gozen card. That's what I should have done. Okay, let's see what we got here. Didn't land the art up, but my skill is not ranked 10, so... We might be fighting quite somewhat soon. Okay, they all died. Feels good. That was actually a lot of damage for at neutral. She's got that upgraded NP now. I'm curious to see what her damage is like when I do get her 10-10-10, and I'm really curious what she's like if somebody goes, you know, bananas and is all like level 100, 2k foe, you know, blah 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 blah. NP5, you know. What Lancer do we want? You know what? We'll use Canis. She's kind of OP here because she's level 98. Wish that was 100, but what are you gonna do? But not as OP as some of the other things I could summon, so. We need more yelling in this stream, is what I'm getting at. There's a part of me that wants to go respec her command codes because you can do that for free now, but I feel like this stage is not hard enough. But I'm really looking forward to using Canis with like the best command codes for her because I've never gotten to do that. So that'll be nice. Back row really shouldn't matter. I don't think we're gonna struggle here. Maximum Doria, or Doria, indeed. Imagine if they'd actually brought in the Poseidon fight back for the anniversary. That would have been kind of fun, but oh, hi Ishtar. I'm the Decker and the Schnoz. Oh yeah, she doesn't have her 10% battery on her R card right now, because I was using it for something. Guess I want George just a little bit longer. I would have set up the team a bit differently if I'd known it was a boss, but I'm sure we'll be alright. So close to getting my MP right there. I can get it though with MASH. Time to bonk him. I wonder how big that defense up she has is. That was not the target I would have shot with that, but I guess it was bad no matter who she shot. Man, now I gotta wait. I was gonna laugh if she did it again. Chat, we could do the Buster Chain. I think we, just for the big numbers, I think we do the Buster Chain. I kind of just want to see what we get here. And hey, Ku got an 18k crit. She actually lived. I don't fucking believe it. I blame the defense up she has. Alright, let's see here. I guess we'll, bulk just cuz. DFW should make a 4th skill slot for CV so I don't have to think. I know, right? Yeah, I don't know, Rex. I think the answer is to buff Masashi again. You know, Mori's kind of funky on this account because we don't have a lot of units to synergize with them, but he's kind of my guy, so. We're getting a little carried, but I mean, these stages we could handle on our own anyway, so I'm kind of just having fun. Sue me. Kind of want to work in Qingong. I mean, if you want to go, like, it feels like a waste to use Mori if you're not doing a crit setup. It's just, this account's not exactly ready to do that. We have Qin and Mozart, but we're kind of funky to use them right now. We'll at least do Qin. Any chance that this account has like 2030 or anything? Oh, that wouldn't really help though with the way we're set up. They'd like give us Golden Carp again. Can we just get the fucking Kentucky event in the Mana Prism shop, Rare Prism shop? Like that would be awesome. Let us get Golden Carp and Golden Sumo, you cowards, and then everyone gets Rare Kentucky. But they don't seem to like giving out CEs with the main interludes because, you know, they're chickens. They got no spine, chat. I actually want Mozart to die in this setup. Let's see. Oh, do I have the knight? Oh, let's go with the knight. There we go. That'll do it. There's a lot of other CEs like Carp. It's just Carp I think is the most universally usable one. And it's not even that, like, it's just the fact that it's in the same event as Golden Sumo. So it's like, just give us both. They're such nice backbone CEs that I think everybody should have access to, so. Especially because there's so many CEs like them that are free, but were only available in events, that almost all of the player base has some form of a CE that generates like 15 to 20 stars, you know, when they're activated, and then a 50% starting in PCE with a damage up. So I feel like they're so standard that you should make sure everybody can get one. Oh right, it was the CE. It was the one before that. That's right. Yes, wasn't it an event CE in that one? Like, didn't it give like a team-wide damage up or something? Like, I remember for, like, the raids or whatever. And I don't remember what gave the single. There was another CE in that event that gave the single damage up, but I don't remember what it was. I could pretty much kill everything here. I could kill all three of these guys, but I'd rather get the NP gain. Alright, the Ushi one. Man, that CE is so not good. Like, it's almost good, but getting it to sync up just doesn't really work. It's certainly not worth it. Yeah, Wolf 1 is good too. These guys aren't doing enough damage to George. Okay, now we want to kill everything. Should have evaded that turn. That's like the standard for her. I just kind of forgot. What a happy guy. I didn't realize there were going to be this many skeletons, so I should have been playing this differently. I should have just been killing. We have seen the red. Like right as we got our... Yeah, man, focusing on NP gain earlier was so pointless. Let's see what the final wave is. Cosmic Error with Mori's NP's interesting. Okay, that's kind of annoying. Please give Mori cards. Good enough. Would have really liked it if Hercules had gotten a Buster card, you know, with him having a triple Buster deck and all. You know, that would have been nice, because I could do a Buster chain. Let's see. I kind of want to do a Mori Pog emote. This is risky. If only we had Shin on the field, it would have killed that thing right there. Alright, hurt time. I feel like Hercules has got this. It doesn't have his attack buff though. Oh god, yeah, just a little bit. Rip Chin, by the way. Moral support. Okay, so Hercules is Bond 7, and he's about halfway to Bond 8. We're getting there. If I honestly was just using my AP every day, he'd be pretty far along, but, your boy's lazy. I'll take a bone. Too many accounts, man. Trying to remember if Quetz is before or after the fight with Gorgon, the first fight with her. Totally Tiamat, by the way. This could... No, I don't think you fight her here. This is probably the lion dudes. I'm going to greatly regret what I'm doing right now. I suspect Phantom's buff will have absolutely no effect here at all. This is just going to be sad. Bagel has a level 100 Phantom. These are the only 3 enemies. I can't believe I'm prioritizing getting Phantoms NP right now. Best attack noise. I really do like Phantom though. I hope he gets an animation update and another buff. He needs it. Like the buff did not help him that much. It was a pretty low impact buff, to be honest. Like, I'll take it over nothing, sure. Surely Phantom will get his NP here. What is that fucking NP game? Nice hit count, champ! Nice to have a triple fucking quick deck when your quick card only hits twice. Thank you, George Dying, by the way. Guys, he synergizes with Mozart, and we totally need these 100 stars. Excuse me, 98, not 98 stars. Guys, watch, we can remove that crit buff on an enemy that's going to die. He can charm it though, even though it's not... That's funny, he can charm things that are genderless. So I guess it's more like... drugs. I don't even... That damage is pathetic! Oh my god, that was in Mozart's buff, dude. That was fucking pathetic. Yikes. We should have brought the default Mystic Code though, but we don't need XP on it, so. Got him. They're definitely not increasing his hit count. They don't care enough. It's so rare that they increase anyone's hit count. Like, they cannot be bothered. There's no way. He deserves it. Like, okay, a lot of servants, like Stheno, everyone in my comment section, well, like 3 people. Like 3 people in my comment section were complaining that Stheno didn't get a hit count increase with her animation update. And I'm like, you can't do that for Stheno, right? They gave her, and they did this for a lot of old school units, but her especially, she has just insane gain rates for her hit count. Like, it's just insane. So if you buffed, which would bust, but if you buffed her hit counts, she would be ultra busted. She'd get way too much NP and star gen. Like, I mean, ludicrously broken. Now, with Phantom, that would not be the case. Phantom has terrible hit counts, and he does not have good gain rates. I think they absolutely should make Phantom's quick attack have a 3 hit count. That would not break him. He does not have gain rates that would make that broken at all. That would be totally fine. I think he would still suck, but it would help. You know, it'd make his NP gain a little bit better, it'd make his star gen a bit better, which, you know, you need good star gen when you have a triple quick deck. Do they ever buff NP gain or crit gain? They have, but very rarely. Very, very, very rarely. They did it for Iskandar, and they did it for Summer Mordred. Excuse me, I'm drinking water. And they kind of did it for Emiya. It was just not in terms of numbers, they just did it through hit count, and they increased Emiya's hit count. But in terms of numbers, they did it for Mordred, Ryder, and Iskandar. And maybe there's another one that I'm forgetting, but that's all I can think of. I don't think Masashi's first skill for Phantom would really fit thematically and stuff. I'd like them to give something like that to Lancer Deermid, though. Or Deermud, excuse me. I'm insulting the nickname. I kind of want... You know what? Let's do some classic Spartacus. It's certainly not OP. Spartacus scales extremely well with Grails. One of the better low stars that scales with Grails, because without Grails, it's hard for Spartacus to have enough health to benefit from all of his healing, right? He'll either just go from 0 to 100, or he'll just overheal way too much. That happens all the time where you overheal, because Spartacus's max health isn't that high as a 1-star. And seriously, you can, a lot of times you'll use his Buster up on the turn you're NPing, right? And so maybe, and you already have your first skill up. So you heal from that, you heal from the third skill, and then you heal from using the NP. He doesn't have that much health, right? So it doesn't, it goes to waste, where if you Grail him, not only do you benefit from, while he's sticking around, he's getting more done, but he'll actually benefit from all that healing. And it works really well. And hell, he is one of those units you can slap 1 Grail on him, and he'll get 10 levels. 1-stars get 10 levels from their first Grail. Now, they only get 5 after that. But so yeah, if you like using Spartacus for farming, the threshold of things that his NP can kill and stuff will go up quite a bit. from just one Grail, and then you'll do a bit better in challenge quests and all that too. So yeah, it would make a lot of sense to slap one Grail on him. But yeah, because Spartacus has a lot going for him. The only downside is his stats aren't great. But he's more survivable than a lot of Berserkers because he's got a gut skill and the heal, although like again, because he's 1-star, the heal is kind of hard to take advantage of. But the gut still really helps, and then he has a battery skill. It's crazy. You don't really see AoE Berserkers with battery skills for the budget end of things. And then yeah, if you give him one Grail, the range of things he can kill with that NP are decently high, so... I like Spartacus's character. I want to see his Saber version though, because it's a lot more toned down, right? He's almost comical, you know how over the top he is as a Berserker. So I would definitely like to see his Saber self, because they actually talked about it. It's crazy. His character material for Berserker Spartacus talks almost more about Saber Spartacus than anything. They talk about him quite a bit, and yeah, I'd really like to see that one because it's a more serious take, I would say. Yeah, I'd love to see Saber Hercules as well. It's actually the Hercules I've wanted to see the most. Because basically, you know, everyone wants to see regular Archer Hercules, and that's cool too, but I want to see Saber Hercules because, one, it's something they talked about a long time ago, and also because Saber Hercules would be the most like Berserker Hercules in terms of, like, you know, what he's using and stuff, but he'd be sane and all that kind of stuff, so it's kind of like the closest to Berserker Hercules, but actually having his, you know, mental faculties. Yeah, they did confirm that there's an Assassin Hercules. A lot of people want to see that. I don't think Spartacus is popular enough, which is why we haven't seen Saber Spartacus. He's like somewhat popular, but not much, so... Do I just MP here? I think I do. His voice actor really is awesome, and he just puts a lot. He always puts a lot of research and effort into all the roles that he does, and that's very respectable. Oh hi, Kingu. Wasn't really expecting that. If I was known that was coming, I would have built up more NP gain. Look at him removing my evade. Ow. Do we want Spartacus to live longer? Probably not, unfortunately. As sad as I am to say that. I don't know, if I'd saved him there, I could have given him guts, he might have gotten his NP. I really need to get George's first skill to 10. He just does so much better of a job of protecting units. Where if he happens to not die and like mash, because I wanted George to die and have mash come in, right? But George didn't die. But I could have taunted earlier and kept my berserkers safe. But it's not 10 right now, so no a go. Rebellion is over. It's okay, Hercules carrying on the legacy. Because Hercules 2 is nothing but muscle. Also, Hercules' buff, not only are you not allowed to get it until later in the game, but it is not that helpful until you have your Bond CE. Because you won't have enough guts to actually go to proc to get the Buster up much. Like, yeah, it's not a bad thing to have, but it's certainly not, it's not nearly as good until you got the Bond CE. Yeah, we couldn't have it right now anyway. Yeah, or Necromancy. Yeah, just that. Does technically work. Yeah, we'll get his Bond CE decently soon. I mean, it really just comes down to how much I actually play the account. I haven't been playing it much, but I'll try to sneak in some farming here and there so I can get some Bond. The big thing that's actually really messed everything up is the fact that this account hasn't gotten to do... It did one event, right? And then every event they've done since then has been locked in a way that I can't do it on this account. So it just has... It was so frustrating too, because like right before I made this account, there was just so many events that you could do as a new account. And I missed all of those. Give me that NP gain. I can't remember if we have... I guess we don't have Caesar's in upgraded NP yet. That's a real shame. I should probably focus on ascending him just because that really is powerful. I'm tempted to Grail Caesar on this account. I probably won't Grail though until we beat 1.0. But Ku's getting upgraded, of course. Probably, I don't know, I might not take him to 100 though, just because I've already got 2 level 100 Kus and 3 if you count Proto Ku. I've just always liked Caesar, and I don't think he gets enough respect. And then he's also super good, and he scales with Grails. And he's not Grailed on any of my accounts, so it'd be kind of neat. I can't believe Fionn is MP4 on this account. It's so ridiculous. He'll be probably our next Lancer we level, him or Enkidu. In the long run, this account's Lancers are going to be Ku, Fionn, and Enkidu. And I mean, I guess Leonidas, but he's kind of a general unit. Let's see. I think it took me about... It was about 500 SQ to get MP5 Canis. It was somewhere between 450 and 550. Can't quite remember where exactly. So I know this, first of all, because I can do basic math, but I've also ran an ungodly amount of simulations, and this is something I've just known for a long time. 4 stars are pretty much the rarity with the absolute, like the most variance in how well it goes. It's actually not, it is not unlikely, it is absolutely not unlikely to get MP5 of a 4-star in like 500-ish SQ, 500, 600 SQ, that's not crazy. But also a lot of times it'll take like 1,000 and shit, or 900 or some nonsense, and it's because it's 50-50, right? It's not crazy when you do like heads or tails, so you flip a coin, for you to get the same thing 5 times in a row, right? That happens. Yeah, it's not like the most common thing ever, but it happens. And so if it happens to be, you know, the 50% in your favor, then boom, hey, I'm already done, right? Where if you can absolutely, you know, 50% is obviously just as likely to not get the rate up. So you could just get a bunch of other 4 stars. So like if you do a bunch of sims, you can really you can just see the variance. Like if you sit there and use 1000 SQ over and over again, and you see like, you know, how many of the rated up 4-star you get, you know, a lot of times you'll get 5 copies of it, and then sometimes you get like 2. You know, it's like, it's really fucked up like that. So it's like 4 stars pop. Why it's weird is because 4 stars pop up a fair amount, right? When you're doing 10 rolls, actually there are 11 rolls now. If you're doing 11 rolls, a 4-star will pop up pretty commonly, but you know, half the time it's not going to be the rate up. So it can be kind of annoying. But yeah, I'm glad I got cannons pretty quickly, so I was on the more reasonable end of that. The fuck are we fighting right now? I mean, the reward is this thing, so you know what? Let's go in blind. Let's do a good old-fashioned coup solo against just who knows what. I'm not really paying attention to where we are in the story, so I don't know like where we are exactly. Let me guess. I just now looked at chat and I just see a million deleted messages, which tells me there's, and I like how it's from different people. Someone's like a fucking idiot trying to spoil this, apparently. I'm so glad I wasn't looking at chat, because I like how I see like 10 deleted messages. Like someone was trying to spoil it just over and over again. Oh. Well, I mean, he can probably handle this. It's just, this isn't... This stage looks like it's going to be awesome, but it's so not. Like, you just kind of wait around and... I think she's AoE, though. That's kind of annoying. Makes, the taunt walls really bad. Yeah, Asterios is fucking godly against all the Gorgon stages. I probably would have brought him if I realized that's what this was. Oh yeah, that's the thing. We're gonna kill some of those just to be dicks. You can absolutely do, though, the 6 million damage with like a berserker or something here. It's totally doable. If you've got like a really, you know, crazy upgraded account and all that. Kill that one because it's got the defense buff. Yeah, fuck that guy. I don't remember how many turns you get, but it's enough that you could get it done if you had a disgusting account. Or just the right stuff for the job. Also, nice hit count, nerd. Nice damage, nerd. She's look at this. Look at this dummy. She's using Tiamat's power, right? She's getting like she's getting all mega buffed by Tiamat's power, and that's the damage she does with it. Good job, Gorgon. You're doing great. Oh my god, this is... Oh no, it's not. I thought for a second there we were listening to Evil Snake Lady, you know, Medusa's theme from Castle Crashers, but it's a different one. Here, no, we'll bust it out. There we go. Actually, I probably could have waited to have done that. Just killing her kids to be a jerk, you know. Rip Stargin. You don't get Stargin if he procs us to death. Generally, Bolg makes 1 star, so losing out on that kind of sucks. Can't even proc Guts, man. I was expecting so much more damage for this. Guys, it's not Gorgon. This couldn't possibly be Gorgon. I remember when I first did this stage, like, Babylonia had just come out, right? So, like, all the spoilers weren't out yet and stuff. And, you know, I can't read moon runes. And I knew Tiamat, you know, I was kind of, like, checking in some translations for, like, the really early stuff, and I knew, like, Tiamat was going to be a thing here. And I'm like, I see this, and I'm like, this is blatantly Gorgon. Just like, this is blatantly Gorgon. Like you got the stone thing and the hair and everything, and it's Medusa's voice actress. I don't think anybody actually thought this was Tiamat. Yeah, we'll kill that one. It's got 100k. The worthy foe. Yeah, I want to say I actually wasn't aware of a lot of the Tiamat stuff yet, so I think I was like, oh hey, it's Gorgon. I think I'm not quite sure. I think what I was aware of, there was like the 3 goddess alliance or whatever the fuck, and I was like, oh, I guess Gorgon's one of them. I think is what I was thinking at the time. Oh hey, look, Leonidas got a bond up. That's kind of ironic considering the timing of the story. Okay, let's fuck it. We'll show off. Like you don't get a lot of opportunities to show off how broken this is, so we'll bring the fluffy boy. What CE do you want to give him? You can give him defense up, NP gain. There's like all kinds of routes you can go. I guess I go with the defense up. Go K-scope. I mean, honestly, K-scope is probably the way. I feel like that's kind of cheesy though, but we could legit just give him K-scope and be just like, lol, we're looping already, boys. You know what? I'm doing it. Like I've beaten this stage so many times. I got nothing to prove, so I kind of want to just do something silly. Let's see, you can do mash, Hans. If you want to do like, you can beat this stage slightly faster if you do excuse me, if you're doing damage while you're here. Where like basically it's like a ratio between you to do a certain amount of damage or survive a certain number of turns, but then like if you do enough damage, you can actually win a few turns sooner. It's kind of weird. Merlin solo? Chat, do you really want to see a Merlin solo instead of Fluffy Boy? Yeah, I think a lot of people voted yes because they didn't mean for this stage specifically. I mean, I'm sure Merlin can do it too. I want to do Fluffy Boy though. Like I've done Merlin solos. I don't think what I want to bring. I almost want to bring Robin. Well, I think Ku's a really good nuker now. Although he was a decent nuker before, just because he had a high attack stat upgraded in P. You haven't used NPC Merlin solo, he's a completely different unit? Yeah, he's just way stronger. There's always Hercules. Let's fucking do it. He's kind of this account's thing. Somebody dies, it would probably be Hercules. Their CEs don't matter too much. NP buff for Merlin, oh god. I wouldn't put him past him at this point. No fluffy boy art card or quick card feels bad. Yeah, lore-wise, Asterios is crazy strong. Like, it's ridiculous. I don't just mean in physical strength, he's just a really powerful service. And the only story he's been in outside of FGO is Fate Labyrinth, man. And he wasn't even fully summoned there. 'Tis unfortunate. Easy loops, boys. And like, if you ever get a bad loop, you've got Asterios' giant defense up, so it's like, it's not really an issue. And also, the more NPs you do, the less reliant you are on doing an NP that turn, because you've got the lingering debuffs as well. Gorgon best support, lol. It's not just Gorgon though, there's several other bosses that just have stupidly high hit counts. Like Guaidia and stuff. And there was that Da Vinci AI robot thing that like hijacked her body. David is so good here too, because if you have David, David's NPing every turn and he's skill stealing her. So she'll always triple attack. So it's kind of like, well, GG nerd. I don't think Gorgon is a giant, unfortunately. We could have tested that though, because we have the upgraded David NP on this account. That defense down is pointless because we have so much defense down from Asterios. We're definitely at the cap. Yeah, see, if you have David, she can't do that. Now I can remove, I guess we removed MASH. I think we're safe. I think we have like enough, but it's good to be extra safe here. There's a few things though that aren't really humanoid that do still count. It's kind of weird. Yeah, there's a defense down cap. Unless they've recently removed it and I'm unaware of that. Like I could, you never know. They might do under the hood stuff and I'm just not paying attention. But last I knew, it capped at 100%. Look at her amazing damage, man. I feel like I should have cast our skills just because I have Atlas and I could have gotten them back by now. But, you know. It's pretty smart that defense down has a cap though, because it is so easy to stack defense down. There's just so many servants that can just get a stupid amount of defense down. You get it from a lot of NPs, and you can repeat NP every turn and stuff like that. If it didn't have a cap, it would just be stupid. Like even right now, we would just be doing a stupid amount of damage if it didn't have a cap. Yeah, maybe I should have brought David just to stop the... Cause look, I could give her second skill to Stereos and he could do it again, or I could give it to Hercules and he could NP again. No fun allowed. Because, like, it works on Ivan, even though he's like a saber-tooth, mammoth, human hybrid. Like the David NP, I mean. It works on Ivan. It's just weird. And it works on King Potato Chips. I've heard conflicting reports. Excuse me, I need more tea, man. Oh, fuck! I fixed tea before the stream, and I forgot to get it. Shit. I was all like, you know... Damn, oh my god, I feel stupid right now. Anyway, yeah, I've heard conflicting reports. One thing that makes it difficult, why I think some people don't get it, is because David does not show his bonus damage like as a buff icon when he hits them. So it's kind of funky like that. Cold tea doesn't help with a cough, unfortunately. I can't drink coffee. I've got mitral valve prolapse, so it's not a good idea. Who needs a consistent heart rate? I'm gonna go with Ricky Boy. Let's see. Yeah, this is fine. Just in case there's a lingering rider. Okay, I'm gonna be right back, and I'm gonna go fix tea again, and try to remember to, you know, not let it go cold. Y'all can look at this, this nice background. You know, Gilgamesh abs. Alright, I'm back. Why that? Ugh, tripping all over my fucking chair. Anyway, I'm back until the tea's ready. Alright, that is a big lion. I like how I didn't taunt with George, and then he just wrecked George anyway, and so I didn't have the defense buff. How unfortunate. Well, George is going down. Alright, 1 second, let me get my tea. I'm not forgetting this time. Hey look, it's a very colorful dragon. You know, imagine when they bothered to make that guy, if they had actually updated his animations to not be terrible. It's always nice to have generic mini-bosses that have the world's dumbest attack animations. Oh yeah, this guy's AoE, and I don't have anybody's NP ready to go. That's kind of unfortunate. So much for George's taunt. George really was not that good here. Did not really work out. Just slap the ground. That's what you, yeah, that's what you expect out of a dragon, you know. You speak heresy. What did I do this time? I almost want to do art up just to give Hercules more NP gain and see if Herc can get his NP right now, and then... I mean, he doesn't get that much from getting attacked, though. This is wishful thinking. We'll just do the crit, that's it. No. I was worried he was going to double crit, because then the third attack would have killed Hercules. I mean, technically you already asked Saber Nero a question. I know it's like a meme to say this, but I legitimately do not understand the whole "can I ask you a question" thing. Because you're asking them a question, so you might as well just ask them the actual question. Now, I understand people are like, are you okay if I ask you a serious question or something like that, right? So it's like maybe they're not in the mood or whatever. That makes sense, but nobody says that. I mostly drink tea for a practical reason. Like, I don't mind the way it tastes or anything, but I mostly drink it for practicality. Because I have a lot of coughing issues. And, but I don't know, probably lemon ginger, green tea. Those are good. See, guys, it was all a setup so I could get my second skill. That big attack buff. But look, we have guts. So we're not gonna die. We're saving our friend. We're not letting him end it here. Unless, of course, his NP doesn't kill, and then he's gonna do a buster crit, and then he's absolutely going to die. But you can only save him once. Unless you have necromancy. And then you might not save him even the first time. Hey look, we killed it. I'm almost sad. I wanted to see that buster crit. No friendo dying. Man, whenever I hear the word friendo, I think of No Country for Old Men. I'm sure a few people know what I'm talking about. Dude, I want them to upgrade Ricky's NP so much because he does good damage, but it's not that much better than Ushi's because Ushi has an upgraded NP and he doesn't, and then she doesn't have as much damage up, but she has plenty. Now, he loops better than she does, but in terms of damage, he's not really ahead, especially without his second skill. So I really want them to upgrade his... Because he doesn't have as much survivability as she does, and... You know, he's not as, you know, straightforward. So it'd be nice if his thing was having the higher peak damage and, like, all the time. Yeah, No Country for Old Men is one of my favorite movies. I mean, I wouldn't add anything to his NP, I would just upgrade the damage. All NP upgrades come with like a generic, you know, damage boost. And that's really all he needs. Let's see, trying to show off some variety here. Alright, hold on, I gotta log onto the ult account for what I want to do now. Yeah, you could boost maybe the card effect, but I honestly just think the generic upgrade would be fine. I mean, we could do Sanson, but there's so many different classes here. We'll use Sanson at some point this stream, though. God, I want a Sanson animation update so bad. That's the main reason I don't use him more. It's not because he's weak, it's because he doesn't have an animation update. I don't think they're going to buff Ku again, but I didn't think they were going to buff him the first time, let alone the second time, so I don't know. I don't think so, though. It'd be a bit too much at this point. And it's so unnecessary. And I think he referred to those batch of strengthening quests as final strengthening quests for them or something like that. I'm not sure, though. I don't really think Casterku needs a buff either. He just needs an animation update. Casterku's pretty strong. Like, the only issue with Casterku is the fact that he's not single target. Everybody tries to use him as a single target caster because we don't fucking have a 1 to 3 star single target caster. So, like, that's the problem. But he's technically for AoE, and he's just fine for that because he has an upgraded NP, gets the buster up every time he does it, and all that stuff. Why does this happen every stream? Like, it's like every time. It's like I've said this before. Every time I bring this up, somebody says Medea, and it's like let me fix this for you, champ. Go to the wiki, go to the FGO wiki, and then look up look up some random AoE art servants. You know, like Hohenheim and stuff. Look up random AoE. Although Hohenheim has his own problems. Anyway, but look up lots of random AoE, not single target. Look up random AoE art NPs and look at their damage modifier. Then go look up Medea's and then come back to me. All right, we're on the ult here. By the way, they just buffed 4 Fate Stay Night characters, and it was a thematic thing. They're like, oh look guys, we're buffing a bunch of Fate Stay Night people, and they didn't buff Medea. So that was swell. there's our boy. Medusa doesn't need it too bad, though. I mean, she's a pretty good AoE writer. But yeah, she definitely needs it more than, like, fucking Ku does. If you're from Fate Stay Night and your name starts with M, it's not a good time. I don't know, George hasn't really been dying very fast. Medea's only on like a promotional CE. That still doesn't really count in my opinion. The Einsburns just play themselves constantly. I can't wait to start grailing Blood Axe to 100, but they haven't given us a grail in an ungodly amount of time unless, you know, you didn't do the original events, because there's reruns everywhere. I feel like I can throw this out now and have it come back by the time I need it. Blood Axe's wife debuffing a bitch. Decanus is on, yeah, the CE that you get from beating Lost Spell 5. That CE exists to make you suffer, by the way. Probably could have done his attack buff there. Man, look at Jesus! Hercules is a big boy, man. Like, this guy's not that much bigger than him at all. Man, if we had Ivan here, I think Ivan would probably be bigger than the guy we're fighting right now. That's pretty funny. I shouldn't have done that. I should have taunted, then done that. Oops. Wasteful. Gotta say, normal card damage is doing better than I would have thought here. Honestly, what's best to max on Ivan kind of depends on how you plan on using him. Like, are you gonna use him for farming, challenge quests, you know, that kind of thing. For just straight up farming, you know, damage, but if you're focusing way more on the challenge quest angle, because Ivan is extremely good in challenge quests, because LOL, he removes everyone's buffs. And god, there was just a challenge quest the other day where that was amazing. What was it? Oh, it was the rerun of the maze event. Like, you kill the first 3, and then you get the 3 that get all the buffs from the other ones dying, and then he removes all the buffs. Just all of them. It's kind of amazing. But yeah, so for like pure challenge quests, I honestly say 3. Having that, you know, being able to survive longer because of the lower cooldown, and having a lower cooldown on your buff removal is really good. But for like generic gameplay, I would say a second skill, just for more damage. But like, I'd say the safe bet for like kind of just middle of the road, just using him in general, I would say 2, 3, 1 would be the way I would do it. But for pure farming, I would say 2, 1, 3. Like 3 doesn't matter at all for farming, where the NP gain could matter for farming. So it's a matter of priorities, really. I mean, there are unremovable buffs, but it doesn't matter. Like, people say that all the time, and they're just not using their fucking brains. It's like, we've had unremovable buffs since forever, but it doesn't make buff removal worse, because there's still an ungodly amount of removable buffs, right? Every boss has removable buffs, because every boss has skills, right? Like, unremovable buffs are like gimmicks. They're like stage-specific gimmicks. But the enemies still cast like their own evades, their own invulnerabilities, their own buster up, crit ups, attack ups, right? And those things are always super fucking annoying, right? And so if you can remove them, it's really helpful. Like, we're never gonna, like, and yeah, there are some fights where the buffs that you can remove aren't that impactful, so you don't really care. But that's fairly, you know, there's so many fights though where removing buffs is a big deal. There's always gonna be fights where removing buffs is a big deal. There have been since, you know, the beginning. And then especially with Ivan, because like with everyone else, like for budget, like if, let's say Ivan's your only rare buff removal, so your other options is Medea, Phantom, Alexander. He can only remove one target's buffs, right? There are so many situations where you're fighting 3 bosses at once and they all have buffs, right? And just one doesn't really cut it. Where Ivan just like, click button, every buff gone from everybody. Like that's just so strong, and it's been strong for years. Like even if the boss has unremovable buffs, which plenty, like I see this all the time. I get comments like this every fucking day, where people are like, oh, you know, I'm talking about, you know, buff removal for some reason. Like, oh, the buffs are unremovable. That's bullshit. It's like, look at Gilfest. Look at fucking Gilfest. All the stage gimmicks are unremovable. Of course they are, right? Like when you fight Leonidas, Leonidas's, you know, thing is unremovable. But Leonidas still NPs and gives himself a giant fucking defense up and taunt, which makes it way harder, right? Because now you can't kill the ads anymore to interact with the stage gimmick. But if you have Ivan, you remove that giant defense buff he gives himself, so the inherent defense buff he has all the time is less impactful, and you remove the taunt so you can keep killing his ads. It's like, that's super strong. I've never seen a stage that had unremovable gimmicks where buff removal then was bad. It's like, yeah, you just can't interact with the stage gimmicks, because it's part of the stage. The only time buff removal like generally isn't good is if the enemy's, you know, inherent abilities don't matter very much. Like if you're fighting Phantom, as a boss, right? And he's got, you know, unremovable stage gimmicks, you know, like normal, but then you know, he's casting his own abilities. You don't really care about removing those, right? It's not that big of a deal. Like, yeah, you know, as an enemy, he gets like the crit up instead of the star gen and stuff, so it's not like a bad thing, but it's not really that big of a deal, right? But with a lot of bosses, it's a big deal. He gets himself defense down. There's also that. Why do I have a feeling this is Ishtar? I want to try something. Give me a second here. I'm having to do command code things, so it takes a while, because, you know, this game... They've got to change the command code UI. It's kind of absurd that they did not completely revamp the UI when they changed it. Just lazy, man. It's like any self-respecting developer, if you do such a large change, would obviously change the UI to accommodate like how different it is. But they don't. Because of fucking course not. Like, it is so slow switching around command codes right now. And it's just silly because not only did they not change the UI, but they kept all the stuff that was like there to, are you sure you want to remove this and all that bullshit, like, and it's just so pointless. Like, they're basically craft essences for your cards now, and yet the UI is just trash. Hopefully they'll realize that though, and then they'll, you know, update it soon. But they absolutely should have updated it with the command code change. And again, if they were an indie dev, I get it. I legitimately wouldn't complain. But the fact that they're just such a rich company, you know, you expect companies that make that much money, you know, AAA products, you'd expect a level of polish, right? But we really don't get that with this fucking game. Alright. Finally giving her good command codes. I want to see what this does for our Stargent. Unfortunately, we're using... this is still corrupt. We're using a level 7 anniversary blonde. Maybe we do Atlas then. I wonder... why does this have to be level 7? I guess we'll do anniversary blonde, and that's... one day, I swear, we'll get to test this. At this point, I think if we get a story replay, it will be for when sometime after 2.0 ends. That's what it feels like at this point. Oh look, it's Tiamat. I mean, Ishtar. Yeah, yeah, she wishes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Ishtar would be happy if she got to be the strongest goddess or god, either way, of that group, but not at all. Fuck. That's right, I don't have it limit broken, I don't think. Fuck, that is so lame. Nice NP gain, by the way. I actually think we attack the, one of the Sabers here. I'm hoping for a quick crit just so we get more stars. Man, I do not think Ishtar and Canis would get along very well. Let me think. Do we go for the crits now? Or, nah, yeah, we'll go for the crits now, fuck it. honestly, depending, like, by default, Canis does not like gods. But, like, I would imagine if a god had, like, the right personality, you know, they might be able to get along. But, Ishtar is no such god, so... these sabers are going to be a problem. I actually messed up, and I should not have casted vulnerability. Well, we'll see. Because the sabers are about to NP, so... Actually, it says Canis is generally pretty easy to get along with. Like, outside of combat, she's fairly calm. Obviously, she sees eye to eye with people like Mordred and stuff, but it says she's quite generally easy to get along with. But, like, if you're just a god by default and you don't do something to win her over, I think she's probably going to hate your guts just because you're a god. Which is funny because she turns into a god if she's summoned long enough, but, you know... Alright, let me think. So next NP, Ishtar would definitely die. Yeah, I think we messed up. I think we could have face tanked that NP. Yeah, I messed up. I should have face tanked that in NP because she's got NP down and we would have survived it, I think. And see, because I'm gonna have a gap. I'm gonna have a 1-turn gap where I won't have my 3rd skill back, and I think I'll die on that turn. You know, a crit would be nice. I don't think going the crit route, though, with the command codes is right if you're not using Anniversary Blonde. But I don't think Anniversary Blonde is right when it's only rank 7. Yep, I knew this was gonna happen. We're 1 turn off getting all of our stuff, which means it means Atlas did nothing. If Atlas doesn't give you your skills the second time, it did nothing. Like, it was irrelevant. That's what editing is for. I wish they did voice packs for real though, like get Kingu in here and, you know, that kind of thing. I think we can win with this though, we just need to plan better. Now Kingu's got more voice lines than that. His NP is completely different as well. Yeah, I can't believe they did all that Caligula stuff and it's gone. Like, the fuck? I just want Lion King as a costume, for God's sakes. Like, holy shit. This music, though. Oh, fuck. Man, I can't really justify using apples. Fuck it, I'll use one. I really should be more efficient with that, though. Like, there's just no point using apples right now on this account. It doesn't make any sense. I'd much rather do this on my main account because I've actually got the Mystic Code leveled. At least I'll actually get my NP when I'm supposed to this time. It's harder on this account though to get my NP when my taunts are dead, just because I don't have the CE limit broken. Oh my god, George didn't die. What the fuck? George, please. That's gonna make things weird with our defensives. Probably a good thing, but I don't really want that help. Oh yeah, by the way, I did that God Juna fight with Ku off stream a bunch, and I figured out the absolute most reliable way to do it. And it is, at the end, doing Buster, NP Buster, and then just doing Buster cards until you win. You don't need to crit at all, you don't need to worry about NP gain, and that is by far the most reliable. And I did it like 4 or 5 times, and it worked every single time. So it's definitely the most reliable way to win. But yeah, it's kind of sad that the most brain-dead way of playing is the one that fucking works. But it's not, you normally don't play Ku that way, but it's that sweet spot where there's not enough time left that you're gonna get value. Well, it's like doing quick, like NP quick, if you happen to crit is better, but if you happen not to crit, you're doomed. So, and there's just not enough time left. Like in the long run, throughout a run, if you keep doing NP quick, you're gonna get enough crits that it's worth it. And also, NP quick results in you getting your NP back faster. But because the stage is about to end, that you're at that, you either just get your NP back in time and then it's worth it, or you just barely don't get your NP back in time and then you lose. So it's just not worth the risk. You're better off going with the guaranteed damage in the short term because that is enough damage to win. Where the other two routes are it's like, yeah, they'll work a lot of the time, but they won't work every time. Yeah, I'm quite happy that I kept testing that stage because and it's funny, I've recorded it. I had to record it so many times because I kept getting lucky. I had to keep recording it until I like did not get good crit luck. So I wanted to show a run where I got pretty luck, and then it still works. But I just kept, every time I was recording, I just kept getting bullshit crits and shit. I was like, Jesus Christ. I still got a crit at the end, but I added it up. I overkilled by more than enough that I would have won anyway. But I kept resetting until I didn't crit, but I couldn't get rid of all the crits. It was impossible. So, do I NP right now? This is a super awkward time to do it. I can't really make any stars, that's the problem. This might be wrong. This is such an unoptimal NP that I'm not sure, it's not worth using the first skill. But if I didn't use the first skill, it would take me so long to use it later that it wouldn't come off cooldown. So normally I would say we could face tank Ishtar's NP, but she's got like last time she didn't have attack up, but now she does. This is tricky. She's got NP down, so it does less damage. I could give her attack down, like I could, excuse me, I could attack Ishtar. Let's try that, let's see what happens. For science, what we'll do if this doesn't work is we would use invulnerability but not use our third skill. That way we'd have our third skill for the Sabers. I really just like the way we used our first skill here though. Didn't really fuck all out of it. So she has debuff resistance up, and we did not land any attack down on her, so that was not worth it. Yeah, Divinity E is so bad, because yeah, you get all the negatives, and not really any of the positives. Also, I like how we didn't get our NP. We're at 94%. Brutal, man. Lack of critting! Oh my god! We did not get a single crit there. We're still not gonna get our third skill though. Which I think is just death. I like how Ishtar's not even remotely threatening, but the fucking doors are. Kill it! Kill it! Yeah, we're still just off by one turn. Yeah, I think we'll die this turn. That sucks. We win next turn with damage or our third skill, like either way. This is where if we had like the heal command code, I think we'd be fine. Like the Stargent command codes aren't really helping us. If we had like the 1k heal, having 4,000 health here, I think we would we'd probably be alright. Fuck! I swear I target switched. I swear I clicked the fucking Saber, but I apparently didn't. Motherfucker! Cause yeah, if we were gonna be able to face tank either of those, it was obviously gonna be Ishtar, cause you know, half damage instead of double damage. Do I change the command code? I mean, it's pretty, you know, I can do it as much as I want, so might as well. That run got really messed up, though, for a lot of reasons. I know the command code I want, I just don't know who has it, which I think is going to be a problem all of the time now that they've changed the way command codes are. They've got to update this UI, it is so bad. Okay. I'm guessing this game does not update command codes right away unless you slot the servant in and unslot them, because of course not. I'm obviously not doing all of Babylon right now. I don't really feel like streaming for 8 hours. Actually, I think the doors are tankier than Ishtar here. Very much so. Because although Ishtar's defense up and it's decently sized, it's not that big, and we're doing double damage to her, so she basically has half health, where the Sabers were doing half damage to. And then the big thing is the fact that they just do so much more damage because, you know, they're Sabers. Hey, Jaeger. Do I go quick? If I had the other I've had the Stargin set up. You know, this is reliable damage versus crits. The thing is, crits are more NP gain. Is there a world that I'd want to cast my Guts a turn early so it comes back a turn early? How would the timing work out? I think I would not be able to Guts the Saber NP. I'd still have damage cut for Ishtar, but I don't think I would have the Guts for the Saber, and that would mess everything up. We might actually need a Gut CE. I'll probably never do a 24-hour stream. It's just, it's such an unhealthy thing to do. And almost no one that does them actually does them. Almost everyone that does a 24-hour stream ends up giving up after like 16 hours or whatever. And it's just pointless. No one's got 24 hours worth of content to do in a day. Like, it's just such an unhealthy thing. Like, I don't think people realize how important sleep is for your long-term health of your brain. It is incredibly important. Oh my god, we just cannot get good crits. Although a lot of that's because we're not using Anniversary Blonde, but still, that's just sad. Fuck, I did that wrong. Oh, I just messed up so bad. I don't think I was supposed to damage cut, because yeah, I lost my damage cut there. Shit. I'm not sure we can face tank then. Mistakes! Can we get some, like, crits? No. We could have killed this fucking Saber quite a while ago. I mean, we literally did, like, we only needed, like, 1 or 2 crits over those few turns, and we got nothing. That's so shit. God damn it. Again, we're just gonna be 1 turn short. And our so I should not have done the heal. The heal was a mistake because it didn't save me, and then now it's on cooldown. And so now that I need it, I won't have it. That's something I'll remember. Like, if it can't save you, don't put it on cooldown. It's a waste. Because like having 4,000 health might buy me the turn I need. Of course, I didn't kill the fucking Saber. Yeah, right here, I could have... Dude, this is so fucked! Like, because we just weren't critting at all. So this Saber could easily be dead, right? So it could just be me versus Ishtar, and I could have 4,000 health, and I could attempt to at least apply a attack down, right? So my odds is not... But now I can't apply the attack down, because I have to kill the Saber. And we're 1 turn off getting our heal. Okay, I think we can win. I just need to play right, and you know, maybe crit a fucking Saber one of these days. Like how she instantly busters. Yeah, we can survive that. That's totally survivable. We actually probably would have lived that turn if I had the heal. Honestly, I think the command codes you'd go with here would be like all survivability command codes. Because like we're critting so unreliably that the crit up ones are not very good, to be honest. Like without Anniversary Blonde, it's just not happening. I mean, I'm not. My stream times are not a democracy, so. Nice opening hand for once. Fuck though, that's time to heal. George, I like how our good hand there, it's like nothing happened, right? Because it's like, we have to wait a turn for George to die, and we can't do anything this turn either. So, just kind of a pass for this turn. Thanks, George. Because if George had died, the deck would have shuffled, right? And that probably wouldn't have happened. Good old George. The nightmare is when he does that on turn 1, though. That's just, like... Because like Elizabeth there, it kind of... That didn't matter that much, right? Like we lost, but we gained because he didn't die, right? Where on turn 1, you're just getting gypped out of a hand. Okay. Theoretically, like, do we face tank this with just our 3rd skill? I think we do. We really want to kill one of the Sabers. Do I want to kill it so bad that I use my 2nd skill? Yeah. Like, so many levels that we need to kill these guys faster. This is where I should probably give her the flat damage command code, because the crit thing is just not happening. Like the crit thing is just not happening in this setup. And the 1000 flat damage works on your counter class. That would actually be kind of great. Yeah! Feels good. I like how the other Saber, though, gets 2 actions per turn. It doesn't actually help in the short term at all. It just means you can get to the point where there are no Sabers sooner. But you can't rob them of actions until they're both dead. Like, see, Ishtar's not the one that gets the 2nd turn. I think I invulnerability here. Unless, because yeah, Guts has 2 turns. So yeah. That means it's okay to heal now, I think. No, it wasn't. No, it fucking wasn't. Because I still have Guts and... okay. Yeah, that was wrong. It's not as wrong as it could have been, but that was definitely wrong. It's fine though if I kill this guy. If I kill the Saber here, it doesn't matter because Guts probably never would have gone off anyway. It's just if I don't kill him. It depends on what the trait was, but if it was like, if it was Dragon, it would be overpowered as fuck. And if it was Divine, it'd probably be overpowered as fuck too. But some of the traits wouldn't be that OP if you could apply them, but I don't think they're ever going to do that. One, it makes absolutely no lore sense. It makes no sense. There's like no way to justify that at all. And then if they ever added, let's say they added something mundane that wouldn't be OP, but then they add a servant later that does interact with that trait, then all of a sudden it could be OP. Okay. We need to either kill her, or we got a chance to put attack down on her, which would really help. We might kill her this turn if we get lucky. Like a crit on a buster would probably do her in. Man, she guarded every single attack down. She just... Motherfucker! I just remember she does it at low health, so you need to take her, I should not have done that. I should have done like a really slow combo. That was just a misplay, because she always does that. So you need to either kill her or get her kind of low, but not so low that she does that. Because in one turn we win. Like, there's no point in damage racing, because in one turn I get my third skill back, and I win no matter what. Like, there's no way I lose if I get my third skill back. I cannot believe, though, how hard it has been to get my third skill back. Gonna make a slight adjustment here. Oh, fuck this music. You shut your whore mouth, playlist. Wait, no, this is so wrong. This doesn't make any sense because she has guts. Like, that won't work. I think we just need Anniversary Blonde, dude. Like, Atlas sucks here. Like, Atlas is so bad here. Because it's never resulting in us getting our third skill back. Like, the dream is you get it back, but we keep not getting it, so, like, it's not worth it. Oh my god, Saber doors, dude. Oh my god, I hate the new command. Like, they've got to change the command code UI. It is just so fucking slow. I just can't believe they didn't even think of this. It's silly. Remember when respec items mattered, and now they're like one of the most irrelevant things ever? Alright, barely changed the command codes, but they might help a bit. I wonder if we just do default Mystic code. Because, I mean, Atlas is just not being good here at all. I mean, it's good if I can live one more turn, then it's worth it. Like, one turn and all of a sudden it's worth it. But, because the heal would be alright here. You wouldn't get your first skill back the second time, necessarily, but you'd have the attack. I'll try this. Honestly, the command code UI would be so much better if it just didn't have all these unnecessary clicks. Like, that UI was designed for you not switching them often, right? And they got the first thing you would click for a respec is actually the removal thing now, which you never need. That should be like down at the bottom, right? Like the fucking command code removal thing just removes the key now. Like that's so pointless, and yet it's like the easiest thing to click. Like, yeah, that makes sense. And then, you know, you have all these just unnecessary clicks, and then like if you can't remove it, like with craft essences, if you try to equip one that's equipped to someone else, you can just switch it, but you can't do that with CCs. So you have to find who has it, then remove it, and it's so many unnecessary clicks. Why do I keep eating my heal on turn 1 when I haven't taken any damage? I blame Ishtar. If she doesn't attack, that I like how we're not. It's like it's so annoying because if you don't get any cards, it's like you're not benefiting from like the extra term of protection or anything. It's just like a waste of time, and then they get a free tick on their NP. I actually feel like though it's kind of likely that George will survive because of his defense up if Ishtar doesn't attack. I'm gonna pass on the NP here. I wonder if I could kill that Saber right now. If you're ever gonna face tank, now the NP, now would be the time. You could just evade it, but then you'd guts off the Saber, and then you'd kill the other Saber before he NPs, and then you would heal. Versus what? If I use my third skill now, we face tank the NP. It's almost the same either way. I'm trying to think if there's any which way it's better. If I can kill the one Saber in time, this is better, I think. Would you care to crit? Ah, kill without crit. Hi, Mom. Yeah, I'm sure she'll be watching the VOD. Obviously. I don't know, I think this route's gonna kill that Saber too slowly. Holy fuck! I was really hoping, like, oh my god, yeah, that's, I should've done it the other way. Should've done it the other way, oh, okay. Or at least saved the attack down or something, like, holy fucking shit. Yep, that route is not right. We'll switch that around. That would have been okay-ish if I had killed the Saber there. Yeah, we're fucked now. Yeah, I can't use the defense down like that. Also, nice RNG with quick charge. Fucking such a fun mechanic game. Almost. God, you can kill Ishtar in like 2 fucking seconds if you want to. It's just then the doors will ruin your face. Although that might be better though, because I have to deal with less NPs. That's the one problem with Ishtar, she NPs more rapidly. You just gotta get your 3rd skill back with Atlas, and you're like destined to not get it back in time, which is really annoying. Yes, the command codes with cooldown is absolutely needed. It'd be so fucking broken if it wasn't. Okay, George actually died. Well, it's a thought that counts, even if Amazon Prime's not working. Oh god, I just realized I think I've been whipping my Amazon Prime. I don't think I've been using my free sub. Whoops. I'm normally good about that, but I don't think I have, like, for the last 2 months, at least. Let me think here. Okay. Ugh. Yeah, I mean, like the 1000 heal one, if you could use it every turn, that's just way too strong. And 10% NP, you know, that's such a massive NP gain boost. I'll take that. Those sabers do so much damage. I think I should have done this skill last turn, I think. Because we're not going to phase tank anymore. Like, there's no way we're going to phase tank now. So I should have just cast it sooner so it came off cooldown sooner, I think. This is so fucked. Yeah, but I'm like, none of the... There's only two command codes that have a cooldown. And they're the two that are broken as fuck. It's not like the Stargin one has a cooldown or anything. A 10-star command code would be sick. Actually, if that had a cooldown, that'd probably be reasonable. Maybe I should have cast my third skill later. There's just no way we're face taking the NP right now. Especially because Ishtar's got the attack up. No, probably guts. No, I wouldn't make a video of this. It's too random. It makes no sense to use a fucking AoE Lancer here. I think I need to be able to kill them both next turn, is the thing. So the heal is pointless with this setup. Like, the heal is never mattering, so actually the Stargin would have been better here. If I use my art card, I'll obviously get my NP, but can I get it with my quick cards? They'll only get to attack me once because the gut goes off. It has a decent hit count, though. I'll do this. Yeah, it's not exactly an AoE Lancer, but, you know. I almost think I should have attacked Ishtar that turn. I think Anniversary Blonde might be better, even though it's only rank 7. Like, we're just not getting our third skill twice, and we could do so much damage this turn if we actually had crits. Oh, look, we crit. See, like, you could do that reliably if you had Anniversary Blonde, right? Because we would have had a way higher crit chance there, and then although we might lose some damage on using our other skills, we'd have the much bigger Buster up, which would have been better. Like, Anniversary Blonde is absolutely the way to go there, especially if it's rank 10. Like, even ours is like rank 7. I think it still might be the way. And then you should have got. I should have not brought in the heal. I think the heal did not work out. Like, between Anniversary Blonde and having the Stargin, you'd abso-fucking-lutely crit there, and I think that would do the job. And like, if you're not using the third skill twice, if you're not using it twice, the guts is good enough for the one turn it's buying you, because the invulnerability is only buying us one turn as well. See, I wish we had story replay, because I would revisit that later on my main account. I'd be like, oh, let's go to my main account, you know, where I've got Anniversary Blonde leveled, you know, and I'll mess around with the command codes and stuff. But, you know, we can't, we never get to do that stage again, because this game's, you know, great. Let me fix my command codes now, they're kind of a mess. I am so, I know I say it every time, but just, I can't, my brain cannot compute, like, how lazy DW is when they make this much money. Like, how do you not change the command code UI with this update? Like, that's just the obvious thing to do. Like, I don't think, like, no self-respecting company would not be like, oh yeah, we should really update the UI to support this. Like, of fucking course you should. And again, not a small indie dev. Like, I cannot believe you have to confirm every time you want to do something, and then also, if someone else has the command code, you can't just switch it between the two. You have to unequip it, then re-equip. Like, it's just, that's nuts. There's no reason that this should not be like the CE menu now. Like, there's no point. And like, God, when you slot one, it doesn't even slot it. You have to confirm that you want to slot it. Like, it's like, what the fuck? Like, that's just crazy. Like, the game's acting like it's such a big deal. Like, oh, you're sure you want to equip this? Or you're sure you want to unequip this? It's like it fucking matters anymore. You still get the option to burn the one. That's so stupid, dude. And again, if it was an indie dev, I get it. They probably wouldn't have the time to update the UI. Maybe they just wanted to get the free respecs out, right? But they're such a fucking... And it's not like they're like, oh, hey guys, we know the UI's bad. We'll update it soon. You know, they don't do that. Like, it's not like I'm sitting here not doing anything, you know, dead air, you know, great stream, by the way. But it's like, I have to fucking fix my command codes, and that's all, like, it's taking me this long, and I'm not even done yet. Because it's not, you don't just fix canuses, you have to, you know, give back the ones you took and everything, and it's, I mean, it's so slow. If this was like the CE UI, it would still take a second, which would be annoying, but it wouldn't be that bad. Okay. I have mixed feelings. I would say, Arjuna, keeping it be a respec would have been fine if they were willing to actually give us more fucking command codes. But they don't seem to be doing that, right? So it ends up just being really obnoxious. And honestly, they gave out so many respecs that anytime it truly mattered, you'd be able to respec to counter. And that kind of just made it less fun. So ultimately, I don't think the system worked the way that it should have. But the way the game is right now, I think we need the respec. Like, I get what you're saying, where it's like nice to have like meaningful choices and all that kind of stuff. The thing is, they really weren't meaningful choices because you could always just respec. It's not like respecs were that rare. It just meant you couldn't have fun, right? It was only worth it to respec when you're doing hard content. But you would always respec for hard content. So what's the point? And the issue is like there was just so many command codes where it's like because it's not, I gotta say, it's really not fun, like with the way the anti-stun one works. If you, like, I'm in this position where the only person that really needs the anti-stun one is Jet Kita, but what if one of my favorite characters is Jet Kita, Tam Cat, and Frankenstein, and they're just never going to give you alternatives to that, like, because we've had it for years now and they haven't done anything, right? It just sucks. Like, so, like, I think the respec is necessary, but I wish they had designed it so it wasn't. And then, like, now that we have respecs, though, it's still designed pretty badly because the UI just does not support, you know, being able to respec, and it's just a giant slugfest. Like, look how long this is taking me to fix my support list right now. This is insane. Granted, I'm going a little bit slower because I'm talking, but I mean, this is fucking stupid how long this is taking. Okay. I'm guessing this is a giant boar. I feel like I haven't used Billy in forever. Oh god, I need to level up my Arash's skills. It's fairly important. Do I have Kodamine? Abs? I do not. That's unfortunate. Wow, that's one away from being limit broken. Rare that that makes any sense, but use deer mud wall. Yeah, I should have done that. Especially if this is giant boars. If we happen to fail for some reason. Okay, no, it's golems, never mind. But yeah, if it was a giant boar, that'd have been really good. So anyways, I started blasting. I mean, that wouldn't make any sense. Like, if the respec, you only had to use the respec item once, and then you could always respec them, you'd be irrelevant. It still wouldn't mean anything. Surely Mash won't do 4,000 because she doesn't do counterclass damage. I mean, I think a challenge tower is exactly what they should do, because a challenge tower, I've talked about this before, and I want to like slap some of the people that like, they're trying to act like when I bring up a challenge tower that I'm talking about like some, oh, because it's got challenge in the name, I'm like advocating for some crazy fucking hard game mode that you have to do. That, not at all. Like most of the challenge towers in most games like this, they're not very hard until you get to like the optional stuff, right? And I've talked about this in links before, but like it would be so good for the game on so many levels, because it's not just because it's something else to do. You make like the first 20 floors like an actual tutorial, like not this bullshit that we have in Fuyuki and everything. It teaches you nothing, right? You don't learn anything about how to play the game in any capacity. Where if you have like a basic challenge tower, you make like floor 1 is just like, you make it very gimmicky in a way where the game gives you David to use, and it just shows like, oh yeah, if you know, like you set it up so like your units are weak enough that they can't win the stage really fast, and if you don't use David's evade to block the NP, you'll just die. But if you do, you'll win no matter what. Like, it's just a really easy way to show, you know, how that works. And you could have a floor 2 be like showing off. It's just like just really basic stuff, you know, really basic team stuff to teach you, you know, some basic fundamentals, and then give you some nice rewards, because new players need better catch-up. I'm just gonna say it. New players need better catch-up so they don't have to, you know, wait around to farm events and stuff. You need to just hand them some, you know, basic mats to help them get off the ground, because they don't have like a lot of the event, you know, they're not sitting around waiting for the game for you to add Oceanus. You know, back in the day, we were all waiting for Oceanus to get added, and while we were waiting, we stocked up on mats. You know, new players don't have that. So you can make these, you know, the early floors be kind of a nice pick-me-up to kind of get you through it. And the rewards would still be nice for veterans. So like, yeah, this stage is easy and it's like a tutorial that I don't need. But hey, I get like, you know, some basic maths. You know, oh look, hero proofs, right? And then you can, you know, escalate into, you know, just, you know, basic stuff. That's not gonna be super hard. But you just make the challenge tower just there to basically, early on, to teach you basics. And then later on to give you some fun bosses to mess around with. And like the really later stuff could actually be hard. But the rewards don't need to be anything like you like have to do. It's like, oh wow. You know, like after you've already gone through like the first 60 floors or whatever, you don't really care if like, oh no, if I cleared this one floor I'm stuck on, I just can't do it. I'm not hardcore enough, guys. I can't handle it. I'm missing out on like, you know, 1,000,000 QP. Oh no, right? Who cares? Like literally, who cares? That's not making the game Dark Souls. That's just like basic fucking gameplay. You know, it's not like anyone complain. Well, actually, I guess some people do complain, but it's like, it's obviously good for the game that we have things like Zeus and you know, Gwen and all these things. It'd be boring if we didn't have stuff like that. And like even when the game starts like trying to teach you things, because of power creep with like the support system and the follow system and all your people and your friends list are gonna be such high level and everything, it just incentivizes you to get carried. You know, most people will take the path of least resistance. It doesn't matter if the path of least resistance is boring and not fun and all these things. That's just how, that's psychology. Now that's obviously not how everyone is. I'm obviously not like that at all. But a lot of people will always take the path of least resistance, even if they hate the path of least resistance. That's just how a lot of people are, right? So you need a better way of teaching people what the fuck to do, so when they get to Gwen and stuff, they're not like, oh, this is bullshit. I don't think a horde mode would really work for this game at all. It's not really applicable to a turn-based game like this, because it just incentivizes stalling to the maximum. Right? I mean, sure, if it's an optional game mode that's just there for funsies, I'm not going to complain, you know, why not? But I don't think it would work so well. Oh, by the way, it actually was a giant boar. It feels bad. Like, if you have like a really long-lasting wave thing where you're fighting lots of waves of enemies and stuff, it incentivizes either stall or just NP looping constantly, right? Which I think we have enough of that in this game. JP was really not ready for Gwen because, first of all, the original fight with Gwen was actually harder and they ended up nerfing it. But like up to that point, there really just hadn't been much hard content. So not only were people not used to that, but people had only really leveled things for like the meta of the game at the time. And because most things were easier, like a lot of people just leveled a lot of berserkers and stuff like that and just see red press red. Because that kind of medium damage thresholds was good enough to get through everything. So people didn't level things like David and Hans and even Uriel and stuff, so a lot of people just didn't have that kind of stuff, so they weren't really ready for it, and they got pretty wrecked. I mean, obviously some people wrecked it because they're like, oh, look at me with my double waver Gilgamesh or whatever, right? But yeah, it was tough for a lot of people back then. And again, Gwen was harder originally.
Okay. Yeah. さあ早打ち勝負だ。先に抜いてもいいよ。僕の方が早い。ファイヤー。食らえ。
Waver was mainly not considered great because he didn't have the battery. If I just can't get Billy's Buster card. And I like how when I was destined to get Billy's Buster card, like the game had to give it to me, the deck got shuffled. So, still not doing anything.
私は最悪の席に立つ。それは全ての傷、全ての栄光を癒す我らの故郷。権限せよロードキャメロット。
NA though obviously got buffed waiver off the get-go. Like if he just quick charged when he was going to get his NP there anyway. That's not a Saber enemy. That's enough. Guys, it's Deer Mid. But better. Yeah, he just lost one of his spears, guys. I like how Ku is basically better than Deer Mid at everything now. He's way more damage, way more survivability. It's just Deer Mid gives his teammates some extra survivability if the boss is female, but generally it's not worth it. That is one of the stupidest things I think I've ever seen somebody say about Deer Mid. Also, Deer Mid is actually quite popular, and nobody has a problem with how he died. I think people probably like him more because of that scene. That's one of the worst reads I think I've ever seen. I think overwhelmingly people felt sympathetic there, not the opposite. Okay, it's Anson time. Like, I think if somebody had a reason to yell at people while dying, it was Deer Mid. That's not bitching, that's calling people bitches for being bitches. Like, out of everyone in that scene, I don't think Deer Mid's the bitch. Like, at all. Actually, I do remember that people got... I remember what most people used to think, and I've even seen people in recent days say this. People think Ku and Deer Mid have the same spear, when their effects are obviously completely different. Oh, I think this is not the real fight with her. I think this is just the, like, whatever fight. I might save the real one for the next stream. That'd make a good stream, I think. Sanson's not gonna do jack shit here. Well, I will say in appearance, they basically use the same design. But their names are different, and then their effects are so obviously different. Guys, she's totally human. I kind of want to not. Nah, I'll do it. God, this Mr. Code is so pointless. Give Sanson that Buster up. Oh man. At least he's applying a defense down. Well, actually, she'll probably guard it, but he could apply a defense down. Oh, there we go. I almost want to give 100 Face the battery and then taunt with Mash and let her die. That's wasting the invulnerability, but I don't think Mash does a lot here anymore. Like, if her skills were maxed, that would not be the play. But because they're not maxed, I think it's okay. Man, I don't remember this fight with Quetz at all. I remember the later one, but I don't remember this one. I might need to bring an actual team design for the fight. I don't remember if you have to beat this or not. I don't even know what the fuck my back row is. Also, buy Mash. Oh. Lame! Alright, this is probably the real one, right? Yeah, I think I'll save this for next stream because, you know, we can mess around with that and have some fun. So, it makes today's stream a little short, but that's not too bad. Here, we can do a few management things here. I really want to get like more like Rio Temple, Leyline, and Battle of Kemlon. Like, holy shit. Well, really, I shouldn't roll until I unlock Asclepius at this point, because we already got so many Bedivirs. Like, there's just no point in rolling right now. Cause like I've got the whole roster, so like what am I even rolling for? I'm like, obviously want to get Asclepius once he's available. This is why I have so much SQ on some of my accounts, because so quickly you get to the point where it's like I have absolutely no reason to roll. Not gonna lie, although I don't mind Taiga, there's no world where she gets leveled. We've got Ku, Enkidu, and NP4 Fionn, right? There's no world where Taiga gets leveled on this account. Like, it's not gonna happen. I like how we're getting nothing of value right now. Yeah, Tesla would be nice, but the odds of that are so bad. Like, I swear we're getting Asterios every pull right now. Rolling for MP5, Fionn. Yeah, honestly, one spook and we got him MP5, so it definitely happened. How did I not have that command code? We've gotten Ongra and Saber Lily, but somehow I did not ever get that command code. This is Tiamat's theme from Grand Blue Fantasy. that's good command code. Glad to get that. More of those, the better. It's the best 2-star one, I would say. Oh yeah, we do need more Hanses too. He's not in P5. All right, chat. Just we'll do one. We're not gonna do any more for a while, though. There's just no reason to. Don't you say that, Ari. I'm glad to get another one of those. I think I can limit break it now. It's actually pretty handy. We've been having starting NP issues, so. And I tell you what, though, if I didn't have NP5 coup, I would, you know, obviously keep rolling until that happened, but, actually good on NP ranks on most of the 3 stars. This isn't looking so hot. Honestly, what I want is 4-star CEs. Like, that's very much what I want. I don't think we have NP5 Robin, though, so that's nice. I think he's like NP3 or 4. Really? How did I get that? How? And this has happened on basically every account I've ever had. I got that before I limit broke Leyline. That's why Leyline is so pointless now, right? You only use it on bullshit handicap accounts. It is so hard to limit break Leyline, right? It's stupid. Why did they take it out of the story summon? If it was in story summon, you would limit break Leyline like it's nothing. Nope! FP only, where there's 5,000 fucking 3-star CEs. I got K-Scope before I got Imaginary Element, right? God, see now it's like so pointless to get ley lines. A lot of Alexander here. I don't even. Just the fuck. Rip Leyline, yeah, Dragon's Meridian. Let's check our NP ranks here. See where we're at. Alright, it's NP5 Robin though. That's what feels good. One more? No. I want to get me a Asclepius. He's too good. Wow, I still haven't gotten more of him. It's okay, guys, though. Ben K. Man. Still don't have Imaginary Element. I really wanted to show off like how handy that was on a new account, but now we have K-Scope, so the dream is kind of over. I mean, we could still use it somewhat. Oh man, Phantom's almost MP5, guys. To carry. What's she at? Just 3. She's so niche, won't level her potentially ever, or if we do way down the line. Especially because we have Hercules. There's just not much need for it. Good to have 2 bin Ks, 1 at 25, so lock that one. Okay, let's look at our craft essences here. Look at this. Look at this shit. Look at this. We need 3 more of this thing to limit break. You just never get it anymore. Like, it's so hard to get leyline. Because you have to get it 5 fucking times before it's any good. You have to get it 5 times, and you can't get it out of any... You can't get it out of raid ups, you can't get it out of story gacha, you know, you can only get it out of FP, and the odds are just abysmal. It's so dumb, and it's like the best 3-star CE in the game. Like, look, this one you can actually get out of a regular gacha. You can't, like, look at this. You cannot get this one out of FP, right? The dream is you can get it out of FP and story, or a raid up or whatever, but that one you can't, right? You can only get out of like regular, you know, rolling, only out of gachas. And look at how much faster we got it limit broken than late line. And that's how it is on the 1 to 3-star account as well. Like, it's just so much easier. Do I have any other Kimlons yet? No. Yeah, I need to get 2 of these limit broken. It's a big help. Honestly, I haven't really gotten any good 3-star CEs in a while, and that's because there's only a few, and there's a million that suck. This is kind of worth keeping. We still haven't gotten another Hans either. I guess we should level our K-scope, because it's obviously rather useful. It's not as useful as you might think, though, once you have a lot of other, you know, 50% starting NPCEs with damage effects and whatnot. But we don't have most of those. Yeah, I should burn these for mana prisms. This account is in mana prism hell. Behold, Mr. Green Money. Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. I guess you got the Amazon thing working. I really appreciate it, man. There should be a floor in the challenge tower that just gives you ley line. I agree. There also just needs to be, you know, the challenge tower at all. But I completely agree. Let me think. What do we want to level? Art of Death is pretty nice, but I'll probably wait until I get another copy of it. You know, we should probably level this. It's not an amazing... There's way better ones, but for now, this is one of the better ones that we have. So I might as well level it up to at least, you know, 35, 40 or something. And yes, I know I should be doing CE bombs, but I do not give a fuck. I value my time and sanity a lot more than QP. Especially on this account because... You know, I'm not leveling a bunch of golds because I'm playing the game how I want to play the game, and I don't care about very many golds, so I'm not that worried about my QP in the long run. Let's see. Let me go burn some stuff for inventory space. Also, I do want to look at mana prisms and kind of where we're at. Even though I have a lot of things to level, I think it's still worth it to burn silvers. Man, I wish this account had more stuff to support Mori. I would love to try out Mori versus Quetz, because Mori is not affected by her gimmick in any way, and he gets full damage. So I think he could just murder her super fast. It's just like a pretty typical setup. But this account's not really ready for that. I mean, Mori's probably still good, but I can't like do as much stuff. Although I could still do a lot with him. Honestly, I could do turn 1, big turn 1 crit turn. I could really only do I could do like the big crit turn at the start and then the NP. I couldn't like keep critting after that really. Ushi's already MP5. I think Ricky Boy's already MP5. Yeah, he is. I remember he is. That's fine. Yeah, we actually got Ricky. Wait, is he though? I'm just gonna. Yeah, I would have seen him on the list earlier if he wasn't. I'd be so pissed if for some fucking reason that I don't have him MP5. Astraku's MP5, I already know that one. You got him MP5 super fast. Like, it was super easy. Although you only need 4 copies, so. Oh, Black Bart? He's okay. He's not... There's not much reason to use him, though, outside of very specific farming and just liking him. And hey, Weeb Lord Gavin, man, thank you for the 11-month resub. Thank you, man. But yeah, the only real reason to use Black Bart is if you like him, really. There's just a lot of other units that kind of do what he needs to do better. He could really use a buffed NP, in my opinion. It's just tough to be a DPS unit. He's like a DPS / support, but he needs to do decent damage himself, and he's a 1-star, so it just doesn't work out so good. He's got a perfectly good toolkit, though. It's just, with his low stats and everything, it's just not good enough. Yeah, I like him a lot, though. I like Black Bart a lot. He's awesome. And they actually have some pretty nice references to the actual history. Some neat stuff in there. I'll be glad when I have enough mana prisms that I can just use 3-star CEs as XP. It speeds things up a lot, but we're really in mana prism hell right now. God, there's so many bad 3-star CEs that there's just no reason to use ever. It's so annoying. I'll hold on that just in case. God, that's a bad one right there. Actually, no, that's not that bad. I'm thinking of this one. This one's the one that's really bad. Give Hans. Black keys are actually okay. They're not amazing, but like for a budget option and stuff, they're okay. They're so much better than a lot of the other 3-star CEs. And they actually give more attack up than most 3-star CEs. But it's very easy to get a 4 or a 5-star CE that replaces them. But in the meantime, there actually are, like, the thing about a lot of the 3-star CEs, even if you don't have 4 and 5 stars, there's no reason to use them over the other 3-star CEs. There's just no point. Yankidu was the first 5-star we got on this account. Don't ask questions you already know the answer to. It's stupid. Really? I blame Rex for this. Gotta get that NP5 Saber Lily, then never use it. Oh, did I get a ley line? I wasn't paying attention. Fuck yeah if I did. Can I have Hans, please? Hans and ley line. That's like the only things I really want. I mean, XP is nice, sure, but... It is messed up that I have NP2 Hans and NP2 Saber Lily. And NP1 Angra. Hans not having the best luck. Shin, though. least the updated Saber Lily's animations. Getting all these Sansons. Sanson's in P6 or 7 right now. God damn, dude. Just give one! They honestly should have made Saber Lily ST. That'd have been more interesting and also kind of more fitting for how Caliburn was shown. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've pretty much gotten every bronze, but oh look, another Sanson. This is painful. Can't do my last summon because inventory's full. Let's see if I got one and I just didn't notice. No. Well, we got Gareth in P5. So you gotta have a level 1 Chen, so we'll save this one. It's good to have both, so. It's not like I need to Zerg his NP rank up this second. I'm not 100% sure what our Bedivere is. I know we got him up some, because we did Story Summon after we did Camelot. And then you obviously get the one from Camelot. Let me look. It's only in P2. Okay, maybe we do more. How much do I want Asclepius? I mean, by the time when we get to Asclepius, I'll have more SQ. Maybe we do roll Story, boys. Maybe this is a rolling stream. Because more Bedivere would be nice. I mean, NP2 Bedivere is good enough. You get the Buster up, you get his own NP up, you get the upgraded NP. Like, he hits totally hard. But Bedivere is also best boy, so having more Bedivere would be nice. And also just gives us a chance for random bullshit. We still gotta clean up our inventory though, it's a nightmare. Yeah, we should probably get this thing to 20 just because we're using it a decent amount in the early game. I'm not gonna level it probably past that though, even if I got another copy of it, because it's not something I use much in the long run, but in the short term it's good. And chat's really stuck on this Mev thing. I swear it's because I was saying how much I don't like her a while ago. Two more. I need more good CEs. A lot of the good CEs I have, I can't level them past 20 yet. So I don't have a lot of like XP sinks right now. Oh, hell yeah. That's the last one I need for the defense up one. It's actually really nice because I don't have the Kodamine one yet, so this is a nice placeholder. A lot of times you'll get Kodamine before you MLB this one, but we didn't, so this is totally useful to have sitting around. Besides, every once in a while the lower team cost might actually work out for you. The fuck? So Kimlon is a CE you do not want to level. You actually want to MLB it and get it to the lowest level possible. Getting super successes or great successes on the way. Actually, I think about it, if I get other Kimlons, I'm gonna not use them until this event is over. Because it's actually bad for me to, I think I might have burned other claws. I thought I had limit broken a claw, but I don't think I had. And I think I was burning them. That's a mistake. Once you MLB one of them, you should burn them. But yeah, I think I was burning those. Whoops! Not that big of a deal, because I think I have the Ren version. Like the 4-star version of that, which is better, so doesn't matter too much. I'll make some inventory room, then we'll try to get another Bedivere. You know, we probably should level Jeweled Sword some, because even on my main account, for God's sakes, I use it a decent amount, so... I'll be glad when I get a few extra copies of these CEs, I can just dump XP in them. Alright, I'm just gonna get my inventory low enough that I can roll Gacha, and then I'll do this off stream. Glad we're playing this account again, though. I was just so busy with other stuff, I didn't have time for it. I'm actually really looking forward to getting to Solomon again. I guess I should burn a few things. The army of Jasons. Why couldn't you be one Haunts? Actually, I shouldn't burn bin case. I should make MP5. I need to make the one I'm going to level MP5 and the one I'm going to keep at level 25 MP5. That's unbelievably unlikely to ever matter ever, but just in case. Also, excuse me. Okay, that should be good enough for now. Alright. Give Bedivere. Not gonna use any summon tickets though, we're definitely always gonna save those up. In case they randomly add a new 3-star. Oh god, well at least it's a rare prism. We do need those. There's so many better 4-star CEs than that one. There we go! Fucking finally, god damn. Why did we get that after K-Scope? So Liz is a perfectly good 4-star, but imagine a world where we use her and we have NP4 Fionn. Also, I just hate Liz, so... That Baldy, though. Come on, Bedivere. Yeah, it's not a very good 4-star C, unfortunately. Oh, I didn't realize I didn't have a single copy of him. I actually forget what that CE does. It's a kind of a newer-ish one, and I just don't remember what it does. Oh! There it is. Oh, that's good stuff. Now give me another one. That is not very useful to me because I have St. George. Oh, there's Kodamine. I like how we just MLB'd the other one and then we get Kodamine and kind of just trivialize it just like that. I'll keep Dion because sometimes having an extra taunt wall is good, but very low. Fuck off! God, that pisses me off. I'm actually happy at all of my accounts. Also, Ari, I blame you for this. I know what you said, Ari. This is so, I'm really pissed at this because I have many accounts and I roll in White Day all the time and I'm always like, whoo, dodged a bullet. I don't like Kualter, right? I really don't like Kualter. And I'm always like, out of all the coups, that's not the one I want, right? And there's so many 5 stars and it's like, God, fucking damn it. That's so annoying, dude. Like I've literally never gotten Kualter in any account, and I've been happy about that. I've been happy about that. This is why Ari was trying to get me to roll. She knew. This was all a fucking plot. Rex 2. You're all to blame. You can all go to jail together. It's okay, guys. We just got like the lineup of horrible 4-star CEs. That was like the all-stars of the 4-star CEs you don't want. Oh my god. Bunch of bastards, man. Okay, well, first things first here. This is, like, actually good. It's, like, the best 4-star CE out of the default ones, anyway. Be very glad when I MLB it. It's good even when it's not MLB, but it's super good when it's MLB. I mean, the thing is, it's like, I don't know what I'm expecting when I get 5 stars. Like, I feel like I'm always bitching about them, but it's like, I don't know what I'm expecting, because there's just not that many 5 stars that I like. I mean, if that had been Tesla, that could have been Tesla, chat. That could have been Tesla. That would have been so much better. But, yeah, there's not that many 5 stars in Story Gacha that I actually like. And, yeah, I'm not a fan of fanfiction coup. We have so many, man, like, imagine if this was the waiver one. Imagine if that was imaginary element. Like, how we'd be almost there already. Like, it'd be great. I'll just turn them all on, whatever. Oh, I already have one locked. Now I have to find the damn thing. This is why you level the CEs you plan on keeping. I mean, I can think of so many reasons why I don't like Kualter. His design looks completely stupid. Like the fuck. Yeah, I want Ku wearing a fucking pimp coat. Yeah, that's great. Great design, right? And it's not even Ku. He's literally not even Ku. He's just a fan. Like, why would I like the fan fiction version of Ku made by Mev? Why would I like that? Why do I need to explain this? Right, I talk about how much I don't like Mev all the time. Why do I want her wet dream, right? Like, the fuck? Like, his design looks like a fucking teenager designed it. Like, not only is he fanfiction in canon, but he looks like fanfiction too, right? Of course I don't like that. It's a disgrace. Like, when Ku's your favorite character, of course I'm not gonna, like, I don't like Ku for some like random ass reason, right? I actually like Ku's character, so of course the fucking Mev bastardized Chinese knockoff version I obviously don't like. And then he just looks so stupid. Like I'll at least give him this. His stage 1 is bearable, but it's still not great. And his stage 2 and 3 are just awful. I mean, they look absolutely stupid. He doesn't look like a beast. He looks like a fucking idiot. Like, he's wearing a giant pimp coat. Like why does Ku look like a monster pimp? That's unbelievably stupid. And then we got him instead of the actual Berserker Ku. Like, you know, Berserker Ku was the first alternate class that was ever confirmed in Fate. Like, it was confirmed way back in the visual novel in the Unlimited Blade Works route. It was the first time, like, they basically used Ku to explain, like, kind of how servants work with the class containers and stuff, and, like, how they can, you know, be summoned into other, you know, classes and stuff. And he mentioned that, you know, he could be summoned as a Berserker because of the Warp Spasm, and then he could be summoned as a caster because of his, you know, extensive knowledge of ruins and stuff, and you know, and we finally get Berserker Ku, and it's like it's not actually Berserker Ku, it's a counterfeit. It's kind of like, imagine if, you know, look at all the people that want Charlemagne added, right? Right, and they finally add Charlemagne, but for some reason it's not actually Charlemagne. It's actually Bob the Builder dressing up as Charlemagne. Right, and it looks as corrupted as you would think, and then that's just there, and then they never actually add Charlemagne. They just don't do that. They just put Bob the Builder cosplaying as Charlemagne, and he's a 5-star, and that's just in the game forever. And then they just never actually add Charlemagne, and then every time people bring it up, they're like, oh well, we already have Saber Charlemagne at home. I remember when I first saw Ku Alter's design, I was like, wait, did they forget about what they said in Unlimited Blade Works? And then I read his bio and stuff, and I'm like, this is the stupidest fucking thing I have ever seen in my life. And then why does he have a giant fucking pimp coat? This is such a good CE. It is like ridiculous that I already have it. That's why I've said I'm not using this CE until we beat like all of 1.0. Like, there's no way I'm using it before that, and I won't use it for Epic of Remnant either. I don't think. Probably won't use it until Lost Belt stuff. Ku Alters in P is cool. Like, I like Ku Alters in P. Oh yeah, let's check my NPs here. Yeah, I'll wrap up in a minute. I just don't get it sometimes, because I get it if like you're new to the stream or something, sure, right? But like I really don't get it when regulars ask me things that are obvious, right? Like, I'll have regulars be like legitimately surprised I don't like something that it's like, are you fucking kidding me? It's not like I don't hide my taste, chat. I'm pretty open about my tastes, right? I think most people that like watch me for a while are pretty aware of like my, you know, my barometer of what I like and don't like, right? It's not a secret, right? And then you have people like, why would you think like yeah, like Summer Kiara, like someone's gonna ask like, wow, like let's say I threw summon tickets at like Brunhilde or something, right? And instead I got Summer Kiara. I would obviously be annoyed, and then some dumbass is gonna be like, why do you like? Why don't you like Summer Kiara? I wonder why. Like, again, if it's like someone that's not here all the time, that makes sense, right? But I have regulars that do this, and I'm just like, the fuck? I like all Kus that are actually Ku, but Ku Alter's not, so you don't make the cut. I mean, it's not even edgy. Coup Alter is not edgy. Like, when I think edgy, you know, you're thinking like, you know, the dark brooding guy with the katana, right? And like the scar over his eye. He's not edgy at all. Like, he's wearing this, he's fabulous, right? Like, what the fuck? Like, he is so far away from edgy. He's like over the top fab. Like, it's so nonsense. He's got giant high heels and a fucking pimp coat, right? How is that edgy? That's like the least edgy thing of the whole time. Like, his NP's edgy. I'll give him that. Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, Coup Alter's NP is pretty edgy. Everything else, not at all. Dantes is edgy. Yeah, I agree with that. Dantes is edgy. Izo is edgy. Coup Alter, not at all. Yeah, his behavior is somewhat, you know. I wouldn't even call. I honestly would not even call. Oh god, my cough is getting so bad. Hold on a second. Okay. Hairball. Anyway, Coup Alter, like on the outside looking in, he kind of looks like he's edgy, but he's not. He's like really apathetic and lazy, right? He's not. When you actually know what his personality is, he's very not edgy. He's like super fucking unmotivated and lazy. That's not edgy. That really isn't. You know, on the surface, he might seem like really serious or something, but that's not really the case. Honestly, if he just had like very monstrous design, that wouldn't really bother me. That's not really the problem. If Coup Alter was his NP design all of the time, I would not mind him. I would still think it's stupid that he's fan fiction and all that other nonsense, but it'd be all right. Like, I just like to point out of all the heals in this game, Coup Alter has the biggest ones, right? He is super fab, right? Like, there's no way around this. There's no world where I see that as edgy. Did I even do Betavir's NP? I wasn't really paying attention to what I was clicking there. I don't think I did. I did not. I need to like actually level my Betavir. Hokusai doesn't really even have heals. I mean, she literally does not have a heal. She's just floating, right? Like, she has no heal. And I'm quite sure even if she did, Coup Alter would still win that. Like, have you looked at that boy? I mean, how would I be rolling more? I don't have any SQ left, and this is a free-to-play account. I have 2 Dions. Oh dear God. I mean, Neurofest is a fucking joke event. It means nothing. It's not edgy. Maybe if I have Darius, though. Oh yeah, Darius is like super good now with his buff. Like for a budget setup anyway. Good guy Clown, definitely gonna level him eventually. There's literally no reason to use Dion for King Potato Chips when you have David. Like, David is so much better. Like, sure, if you like Dion, you just want to use him, you know, of course, right, that makes sense. But I mean, like, in terms of like actually being practical, there's so many other less rare options that are better. I love Castle Crashers, man. Yeah, I was pretty sure it's already in P5. Wait, Ricky Boy wasn't in P5. Fuck. Why did he not show up earlier? I guess because I didn't level him. That's why you're supposed to always level your servants once that you plan on keeping. See, and that's how, and then see, then that's when like a year from now, like, oh, but I only have NP2 Ricky Boy. It's like, no, I actually had more. I just, management mishap. I need to, like, level my servants so this doesn't happen. And anything you plan on keeping, you want to level past. I didn't realize I had her. I did not. I can't see a world where I use her, though, because she's so niche. And again, I've got Ku, Enkidu, Fionn. I just don't see. You know, I'm not gonna be if I was farming this account all the time, right? It was like my main account. Then of course I'd get around to leveling her. But on an ult, there's no way she's getting leveled. I don't think. Very unlikely. I should save those just to be safe. Oh yeah, we have Martha. God, look how much good shit we already have, man. And I'm not leveling most of it because I don't care. I don't want any more account management mishaps, so... Like, how is Bedivere not leveled? What is wrong with me? God, I'm so annoyed I got Coulter, dude. I mean, to be fair, like I said, there's just not that many 5 stars that I've actually been happy getting, but... And it's just like, if I had gotten like some idiot waifu, I would just instantly burn them, and yeah, mana or rare prisms, but I know if I burn Coulter, people are gonna be mad, but I might burn him anyway. I don't see me leveling him. Oh yeah, I'm burning Liz. That's obvious. Yeah, I know, I've been getting all these 5 stars that I just super dislike, but... See, this is why it's just so easy for me to save up, though. It's like, there just isn't that much stuff that I can actually get that I want that are rare. Most of the stuff I'm like, oh, I want that, it's 1 to 3 star. And then there's a couple, you know, there's definitely 5 stars that I want, but they're generally limited and stuff, so I just save up and target them, and like, that's like the only thing... You know, so many raid ups come and go that I just don't... Yeah, I got shooting on the ult, yeah. It was great, and then I think I got Nero or some stupid shit with a 4 star. So it's funny, Rex posts that picture of Charlotte that's like pissed all the time. That I literally see it when it's not that face there. Do I already have Geronimo locked somewhere else? I'm kind of worried that's somehow my only Geronimo. I'm confused. Because your first servant is always locked, so I had to have unlocked him, which makes no sense. Oh, there he is. He must have gotten a super success or something. Okay, I think that's everything I need to level. Oh, yeah. Not that we'd accidentally have any management issues there, because you know all those Angras we're getting. Okay, now for practicality, what do we actually want to level right now? I'm not sure this actually makes sense. Like, I want to just level Ku, but maybe I should just wait, see what happens in Babylonia, and just kind of go from there. That's worth doing, though. I should level Martha soon, honestly. I kind of just keep forgetting that I can level golds. It's just that whole 1 to 3 star mindset. Because Martha is awesome. I mean, she's got buff removal and, you know, lots of team support and stuff. So yeah, Martha makes a lot of sense. She'll be leveled pretty soon. I would say it's probably going to be George, Ushi, and Martha for our riders, I would think. I'm trying to think what other rider options do I have. There is Ricky Boy, though. That's really tempting. But I do have on my other account. If you want to use him, I can just summon him. Yeah, I might do Martha next for rider. We'll see. So what other classes? What about Archer? I mean, Billy's one that I really like. Yeah, I might end up leveling Billy. We'll see. Kind of depends on what I get along the way. Oh, we have the cat. Right. I should level her next for Archer, definitely. Fionn will probably be a little while though, just because I kind of want to do Enkidu next. Although I don't know if I need it, so I kind of forgot that I had her, even though I remember we used her early on. Okay, that's enough. I think account management for now. I'll do some more of it off stream later, and I'll probably do a bit of farming. But yeah, next stream we'll do fight quets, mess around with that. And then after that, I'll probably try to bulldoze most of Babylon. There's not much fun to be had in it other than that one, so try to wreck it. I'm probably gonna do a lot of Solomon off stream because it's not because I want to. It's because there's a video that I really want to make, and I'm gonna be in a hurry to make it. I won't beat Guadio off stream though. I'll make sure if I fight him I'll cancel the app and all that, and so we'll keep him. It's like the demon pillars aren't literally nobody cares, right? Yeah, there's fun to be. You can mess around with them and show off units, and it's nice. But I really got some video stuff I want to make sure I do proper. And I think I actually have to move this account to my phone so I can record in proper quality and all that stuff. So it's going to be a mess. All right, boys. Let's see if we got someone we can raid here. No one on my friends list is playing FGO. Oh no, Kodroth is, excuse me. Yeah, we'll just raid him. Screw it. Alright, boys. Yeah, I don't know how I didn't see him there, but yeah. Alright, I'll probably stream tomorrow. We'll fight Quets. See how it goes. Later.